Dougie and whatever that other like classical song is. You guys know what I'm talking about?
How does your brain work?
That's that's
The
I don't know.
Enya
Maybe
song, yeah.
kids like the
How
song stopped. Like I was like, oh, I wonder if that's the song, and now it won't stop in
Nice.
my head.
how do you get through your day?
I've wondered that for so long. How do you do it?
I don't know.
All right. Here we go. So last time on our adventure, we followed our intrepid adventurers, our intrepid party, who have become true full-fledged guild members of the Reclamation Guild, come from different corners of the world to the continent of Chult to reclaim the jungle. The merchant princes of Port Nyanzaru have put out a call calling for any able-bodied fool who is willing to come into Chult and try to reclaim the jungle, going into almost certain death for fame, fortune, and discovery. Our party has gone and has become their full members. They went over to Fort Belawarian carrying missives from one of the merchant princes to Liara Portier, letting her know basically the status of the different flaming fists inside the jungle, and also relaying a message from her uncle Oldar Ravengard from Baldur's Gate, summoning her away. So she got on a boat. You guys were relatively tired of boat travel, so you said with that, and you walked yourselves back over to Port Nyanzaru via foot. So it was a little bit of a exciting day, but nothing dangerous. You encountered some Snapcane, which is a bamboo that can be snapped for a very loud trigger or boom. Lorelei, having her extensive knowledge of the wilds, helped with the help of the very steady-handed Valtor Kindtrue, the accused defrauder of the merchant princes. You guys set up a stop. You're complimenting me. Flattery will get you nowhere. My stream screen went dead. There we go. I'll zoom this out. Cool. And you set up this barrier, and then midway through camp, you discovered there was another light off in the distance. That light turned out to be the camp of an encampment of Batiri goblins. These goblins that you had heard about in the very, very opening episode of our anime, if it were an anime, our adventure together, our story. You discovered these Batiri goblins stood in totem stacks and rode axe beaks, which are these. We discovered kind of like a shoebill bird combined with an ostrich or a cassowary, these very large, aggressive birds. And you went back to your camp and decided, it'll be fine. We'll just go to sleep. and then in the middle of the next watch, you were assailed by these goblins who were shooting from the stealth of night, raining down, flaming arrows into your camp. You tried to snuff out some of the arrows and ready yourselves for combat, which went well for a while until the thundering stampede of these giant axe-beak birds brought the battle directly to you. Nearly felled your Black Dragonborn patron, your sponsor, named Goochmog the Blade. And then, as they sounded a retreat, Valtor ran after them into the dark, being the Tabaxi night hunter that he is, and upon getting to their camp, met a fate that we didn't get to see. So we're gonna come in media res here, as we kind of recenter so we'd have like our montage of the intro. We'd get to see what happened last time. We'd pan to the shock and awe of each character's face as they're dealing with this midnight or like almost morning vignettes of different we're being attacked, I'm setting up camp, I'm breaking camp. We pan to Phoenix, who previously was just like, yeah, I'm gonna break down my tent nice and easy, then died and then got revived. So it's been a wishy-washy evening at best. But we're gonna kick back here to Valtor, who rushes forward to the goblin camp and finds himself face to face with two goblins standing atop each other's shoulders, riding. They have these giant tribal masks, so you can only see from about lower third of the breast, and you can't see their head because the mask goes way on top. And one would lash out their blade, and when they pulled that blade back, another one would stab down from the top, and then they took the opposite turns, and one stabbed out from the top and the other one on the bottom. So just they fight like this really good totem pole stat. What's that wooden pole thing they use in martial arts with like the you know what I'm talking about, right? The multi-armed punching spinning tower. That they fight like that, but with blades. Valtor was felled by them, and then in his final death save, we see a spark of light open up as the only thing he sees is a foot to the face as they kick him into this pit, and the light fades back out of his eyes as he is tossed to the grub and the mealworm and all of the what did I say they were, Malcolm? They're larvae and maggots that are then used for they are farming maggots
and larvae.
Yeah. And we see Valtor. That's the opening scene of this adventure, is this episode, as we just see Valtor take a boot to the face, and then goes down into the pit. We're going to. That was your turn, because it was on your turn that we did that. So we'll circle around to the beginning of combat here, and then I'm going to have our two, Kestrel and Malcolm, Malcolm 2, because Malcolm 1 is Valtor. Malcolm 3, sorry, Malcolm 3. I need to fix one thing on my sheet here. Oh, I need to change. I can't yet. Sorry, we'll continue. Why don't I have you guys click your token, which I will drag onto the map for you. So this one and this one. Hopefully no one else can see those but you guys. I will transition here, and I need to do why don't I have you guys click your tokens, and then in that new character sheet, find the button that says initiative. It should have a bonus for you, or a penalty if you're Phoenix. There we go. 1 and dose. Cool. So we'll get you guys in there, and it does auto sort. Cool. Nice. Not bad. I added cameras to the other screen, and I didn't adjust my cameras on this screen. So while I do this, because I've talked for more than a minute without getting ducked, Kestrel, I have a problem with being an over-explainer, like a chronic over-explainer. So I joke that I need to be cut off often. And to do so... Go ahead.
We need a new ducker.
Yeah, I need a new ducker because Potato was my ducker. Anyway, I'm going to briefly change over to you guys while I add one more camera to my feed here, and we're just going to go in the order of the turn order. So Lorelei, why don't you break the silence, break the fast, and set us in the scene here, as Lorelei establishes our scene.
No pressure at all.
If somebody else wants to go first, they can. I just, without a lack of direction, I wanted to put somebody out there.
Yeah, no, I'll turn to Phoenix. Are you all right? Did you get hurt?
Phoenix is still like laying on the floor dramatically, like the hand to the forehead type thing.
Because I'm just saying, if you're not dead, get up.
Oh, that sounds like work.
Yeah, we're under attack. Well, we were under attack, and I have no idea if there's more coming, and everyone ran off into the forest. So please get up.
Yeah, why don't we, as that's going on, Zenthar's not here. Phoenix, you are the next one in order, so that makes sense. Why don't you just go ahead and give us your response there? Set the scene for us.
Sorry, I'm back. I had to get food. Hungry.
Valid.
Fair.
Yeah, he's just laying there like dramatically. Like,
okay.
Oh, I don't know if I could get up. So hurt.
Fair.
Oh, it's the end of the world.
All right. As that's going on melodramatically, Sage, what is your describe what you were doing last time so we can have a seamless transition over here to this episode.
I had sauntered from in front of the little tent that I was packing up and walked over to Guchmog. Well, first I had resurrected Phoenix and then walked over to Guchmog. Then tapped him on the shoulder, noticed he needed a little bit of healing, and turned him and was looking around and like, where's the cat man? Did he like find a new pride or what? I don't know what cats do, I'm sorry. Like we told him we were best friends, right? Isn't he joining the best friends group? Or like what's up with the birds attacking us? Did you piss off their nest or steal an egg or
And this is to Guchamog,
oh yeah.
who's damn nearly dead. I'm
pretty sure I healed him.
You did, yeah. You gave him a good amount of healing. To be fair, Guchamog was he's still below half health. And if he didn't tank for you guys, I guess if we had a montage of all the times he got hit, it would be a very long montage.
All of them.
Yeah, it'd be a super long montage. However, he's like, I coughs up a little bit of blood, like wipes it off his face, and he's like, he went off that way, and I can't see him. He'll like pick up one of the arrows and like try to throw the arrow off into the dark. It flies like 20 feet or so. But arrows are hard to throw because they're fragile. So it goes end over end. And he kind of looks a little bit ashamed about it. And he's like, I can't see him. I don't know if we should give chase. I think we need to deal with these archers. And he like points off of the trees, and you can see more of these like as they draw the arrow, preparing another flame arrow.
I would wave to them. Hi.
Yeah. They look at the hand and they're like, whoop, aiming at the waving hand now. Yeah, perfect. Shoot it right here. That's what they see. They see, shoot it right here.
Have you seen my cat friend?
Okay.
Also, could you stop shooting me? I don't really like it.
Because it is this person's turn, and because you said shoot me, they're gonna take a flaming short bow shot. Are you within range of them? I don't even know. I think Lorelei is the.
I convinced them not to.
Why don't you go ahead and roll a D billion for me? No, I'm just kidding.
I can do that.
You wave at them like hello. They see the big thing standing in front of you, which is Guchamog. They see Phoenix, who is down on the ground over there. But I think the drawing of attention for them is enough that you see this light pop up. I'm going to give them a bit of light, like we always do. So you should be able to see over here that this gobbo in the tree pops up. I don't remember if anybody was holding an action for that. Silence is deafening, so I'm going to say no. Cool. So then he is going to 23 Sage. I believe it beats your armor class of 11.
Silvery Bob.
Because you can see him. Yeah, go ahead. We'll take the disadvantage of 10. Who would you like to grant your advantage to?
Guchamog can't see. You know what? I will grant it to Sage, actually.
Okay.
That works.
Discord audio. I've got Roll20 audio. Malcolm, let me know if I lose audio on that at all. Oh, okay, cool. You don't have to, Malcolm. I've got it going over here. I should be able to see it. Okay. Yeah. So you this goblin, by a combination of it being just completely taken aback at the hi as it draws its arrow, and that's enough for it to lose concentration. That the silvery barbs, it's like. And the arrow sails over, and there's another arrow that lands over here, like close to Sage, giving a little bit more illumination out there towards the edge of camp. And I'm sorry, I completely Your advantage is going to you. You said
I was actually going to give it to
Sage. Okay, thank you. Someday I'll remember these things.
I don't hear any audio at all on the YouTube stream.
Thanks. That's exactly what I'd love to hear. So let's.
I don't hear any audio at all.
Seriously?
I do. I hear
What do you
it.
mean?
Check your mute button because I just heard you say I don't have any audio on the YouTubes. Oh yeah, Castro. By the way, if it's a deal breaker, I stream to the YouTubes. Cool. I didn't think it would be because you're all you and Sage are all famous game players.
No.
Listen,
No.
she regaled
No.
us with a bit of your guys'
One
history, and it's actually pretty cool.
Nope.
One day we'll play his weapon of choice.
Oh God.
Mhm.
I'll play it at my
It
funeral.
will have to be
As long as I don't have to hear it.
It's so inappropriate.
So
Nice.
bad.
So bad.
If you could capture
like
teenage
it.
angst in a 1 hour hosted podcast, that's all it is.
I love it.
It's not.
It's the best kind. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So this arrow sails short of Sage. You're a little bit of flaming arrow at your feet there, Sage. Lorelei, you are then able to take a full turn as we come around here into the scene.
Yeah. I am going to. I'm just gonna move up here next to Sage, and I'm just gonna cast Produce Flame and hold on to it.
Okay. You're gonna ready your action to throw it at somebody. Sorry, it's not how that spell works. You're going to cast Produce Flame.
Yes, and then hopefully use it later.
Yeah, I'm mixing up my words. I should be more intentional about that. Cool. And then we'll move right along. So as this scene is playing out, what we, the audience, see is kind of a cinematic shift from the perspective of those of you who are in the middle of this battle. Battle is going very differently for all of you. However, we then see albeit the cinematography would be, we're used to these overhead shots because it's a very dark scene. So it's like Battle of the Bastards. And we're seeing this very dark scene. Arrows are flying around. And we're used to that overarching backing up camera shot. But then the camera seems to tilt down. So you're seeing this here and we're getting these overarching shots and the camera tilts down to about eye level as we see from this perspective. I believe, let me triple double check. Yeah, so you do have some ability to see in the dark. I need to make sure I did give you that. Cool. You see the makings of a camp. You hear a very telltale as like there's many voices sounding some kind of panicked retreat. You hear a very heavy trotted footsteps as I guess you'd probably be familiar because you've been around for a little while. You hear these heavy axe beak birds, like at least one of them kind of roosting around, and you hear everything. The group over there is screaming battle cries and like exchanging. You probably hear the big heavy gruff voice say, "I don't know where he went. He went over there, but I can't see him." So like you hear a lot of this stuff going on, but it's just sheer utter chaos over there. What is the first thing that we, the audience, would see your character do? Because we don't know your character. We just see this new face, or the back of a face, rather.
You see a 6 foot, about tall, what appears to be a human male, probably mid 40s, older, a little gray in his beard, a little gray in his hair, standing next to a couple other entities, which I'll let them describe themselves.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fully covered in kind of a dark brown armor, kind of a little faded, a little worn, dark brown boots, just a cloak jacket hanging over him, with a large, kind of looks like almost like a duffel bag, by a shoulder strap over his, and you kind of see him pull it across in front of him and kind of start looking through to see what he's got left in it, before he starts kind of All right, feathers. Looks like we've got work to do. And he starts walking forward, kind of looking around in the brush he can see ahead of him. And he kind of turns about halfway and looks at this tiny little bluish, sparkly feline, and kind of rolls his eyes and kind of, are you coming? Are you going? Are you, fuck off? And he just takes off without him and just kind of takes his full movement towards the quote unquote chaos.
Yeah, in very standard cat behavior. Like, are you coming? And just goes.
Yeah, the cat just sits down at that point.
Sits down and
like
licks its own ass. Like, yeah, exactly. It's like
correct.
Complete dismissal.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you see from this side, as you're entering what appears to be, I accidentally dropped you in, like, behind you, there's this, not swampy, but, like, very wet, it's uneven ground. So for your like frame of reference, they're going through what is essentially like the Sundarbans, or like the Florida Everglades, or just a very, very wet, very coastal, because they're very, very close to the water. So you're in that kind of environment. So it's not necessarily that it's flooded. It's just like the ground is only, there's like 3 inches of elevation change here from high to low ground. So this is water, a little bit of like dryish water. That's a dumb statement. And this is land. Sorry. And then
for context, is the potion of flying still active or done?
No, that was the very, very long ago.
Okay. Fair.
Good call back. Yeah, so you can, so I don't know if you want to, like, you're saying you're running in. Running in would be in yawn direction over here.
Yeah.
Cool. So I don't know, what's your comfort level with Roll20? You do have a few different options. You can click your token and use the keystrokes to move your character around said map. You can click and drag. Okay. In the side menu, which I should probably do like a really brief tutorial on this. So in this side menu here, I'm going to put this in the chat, TOA chat.
Okay, I can get to about here. Yeah, no, I can do Roll20 side.
Perfect.
Movement. Let me just grab them. Yeah.
Perfect.
So I think it will let me go to about here, and that's 60 feet. So I'll obviously dash with the action and use the rest of my movement. And then I don't think I'm going to take anything as a bonus action yet. Yeah, no. So that'll be my turn.
Perfect. You hear a bit as you run over here. What we see the audience. There's a bit of commotion above you. That scene that I described at the very beginning. So you probably hear somebody like coughing up a lot of phlegmy sort of liquidy cough. A very wet sort of what you're used to hearing, this guttural. It's almost like they're coming up out of water, but mixed around. And then you hear a very solid like. Nice. My mic muted. That was cool. Whatever. I smacked my mic and it muted so I didn't break the diaphragm. So you hear this very wet, and then, and it's like this person falls backwards into the pit. However, again, you're able to get over to there nice and easy. Zenthar is not here, so they are going to. They're right next to this Gabo. I'm just going to really quickly have him. Have something. Yep, exactly. Thank you, Malcolm. Ka-chow, ka-chow. Oops, he only has 1 attack. It is a hit, and it is enough to do the goblin in that attacked you, Sage. Cool. He will then, seeing that he ran that way, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, he will run over here in the direction of last time he saw Valtor. Phoenix.
Real quick, does the damn cat move with me or on its own?
It is. So this will be a kind of a choice for you. Would you like it to operate? So in D&D, if you have a familiar, typically, this doesn't really follow all the rules of a familiar.
Yeah.
Typically, it only follows basic commands. Otherwise, it acts freely. I'm going to say it's probably better that you actually control the cat. I think that would be a little bit more because it's more intelligent than just it's not truly just a damn cat, even though it looks like one and it is very much appreciated like one.
I'll just, when I go, as I finish, I'll just assign it whatever it's being. So
Cool.
just as an assignment, it's just going to follow Yari.
Excellent.
Yariko.
Nice.
Not me.
That is, what was your name? Sage, what did you call Malcolm's character last campaign?
What?
You had a nickname for everybody's characters last campaign, and I feel like Yari. No, Yari was the orc that was with you guys.
Yari was what's his name? Fleeb's character.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, okay, perfect. And he bowed out. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
This Axebeak is does not want to be in combat anymore, so it is going to lay over here and lick its wounds. Cool. Guchamog, being blessed by all of that, he can just barely see. He turns around and looks at Lorelei and Sage. And he's like, "Are we going to get the cat? Valtor? Are we retreating? What are we doing?" As he carries this big, heavy sword behind him.
Just defend the
I'm
camp
not-
at this point.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to make decisions.
You're gonna have to. That's not how this works.
Oh, okay.
So he is going to go 5 feet and step on this light. 5, 10, 15, step on this light. 20, 25. And he's going to try to put out the fire on this tent. Okay. Guchamog runs around and is eventually just going to take actions and item interactions to try to put out the fires, because that's how they're able to see you so well. So, Yari, as we see the scene, I like to think that we actually didn't meet the other character on his turn. We saw his perspective. So we actually saw Yari on his turn. And now is that we see the character who ran away. But why don't we describe Yari, or his real name, however much you want to see, as you see your partner run off into the dark. What are you doing?
So you see a very, very brightly colored bird. It's flavored as an Aarakocra, but it's from Thomas's homebrew. I'm testing it out. You see bright red face going down into a golden throat with gold also on the other side of the wings, and he's got bamboo armor on with a very particular set of sigils across his chest and his shield. And as he's moving forward, he will take a second and go down to one knee and pet the cat on the head. It's like, "It's time to go," and get up and run. How far is that? 20 feet. And you'll see his wings completely unfurl, and he'll glide another 10 before coming to the ground. Seeing all of the things in front of him. Beautiful. He'll look out and kind of take stock of what's ahead of him, and he will pull out a crossbow bolt from his pouch and kind of wave his hand over it for a second, and then he will cast this. Where did it go?
So, you imbue an arrow or crossbow bolt with clockwork magic just as you fire it at your target. Spinning blades materialize on the missile after it strikes to further mutilate your enemy. Wow.
It just did that. It didn't roll it.
Let's go into this new character sheet style here from the combat page. And if we're doing, let's see.
I had to do it from the spell page because I didn't see it.
I might need to make Let's see.
Does everything have to be on the combat side?
I'm not sure. I haven't worked with this too much. Add action to. Well, that does it like that.
The other one.
That doesn't like this exact same thing. Well, why don't we let's well, good. It does the same thing. So it's not a problem with the character sheet. It's a problem with the macro itself. I'll build it in. What I'll do eventually over this week. So note to myself. Fix.
No, yeah, because it didn't even.
That's okay.
So it's a 1d20 plus 4, 5. What is it?
It's a 1d.
What does it do?
So we see what we the audience see is Yariko takes out his Yariko takes out his crossbow and has it drawn already, takes it out, points it forward, and as the bolt is flying, it's like the one of those scenes out of either the the robot movie, the one with the actual robots, not iRobot, or we see it like out of Wild Wild West, or some like totally mundane item that flies out and then suddenly becomes very steampunk or very clockworky. The shaft begins to spin in the middle. The bolt head like breaks apart, and from the middle comes out a shinier bit that has like saw blades on the top. It's just like a absolute steampunk arrow from this totally mundane arrow. Why don't you roll it manually for us, and then I'll fix the API or the clock next time. So just do a 1d20, whatever you should be able to click the same thing for your regular crossbow, because it doesn't give you a bonus to. It doesn't give you.
It's a spell attack, so I add my wisdom instead of dexterity, though, right?
Make a ranged weapon attack. It's not a spell attack. It's a ranged weapon attack. If it hits, it does extra damage.
Yeah. And then it's below. Yep.
Yeah. So just make a regular light crossbow shot. So it should be a +3 to attack. Perfect.
Nope.
5 is why are you at disadvantage?
I turned it to regular.
Interesting.
It was on
no armor proficiency.
I didn't hit it down below.
Okay.
I keep forgetting that I have to do that.
It says you don't have armor proficiency, so I'll have to fix that. Let's just do. Cool. Well, no, we'll take note of it.
My armor was at 11 because that's wrong. Anyway.
Your armor class is not 11?
No, I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter.
Nice.
I'll look at the old one.
Let's see. Your old one was 11.
Oh. I thought it was 13, but honestly, that's what I get for thinking.
With mage armor, it might be.
I try not to. It always gets me in trouble. All right, cool. So you're from the dark. You sneak up behind this thing. You are. Even if you had advantage, 13 would be a flat roll, so it should be a 13, not a 13 still miss. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Cool. So you shoot this arrow. We, the audience, see it sail through and turn into this clockwork buzz saw as it goes over here, like a road head. What are the road header drill things? Like whatever. I'm trying to think of what that is. My kid would know what that vehicle's called. The thing they drill tunnels with. I think it's called a road header drill, something like that. Cool. No. I'm aware. I'm like this close to saying something I shouldn't. All right, cool. It's there. We're there. Fantastic. We're gonna keep rolling here as this thing gets shot at. Sees the bolts come flying past, and we'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and we'll hide in this over here. I think from there, it's gonna take the goblin feature they've been doing, where they take the dash or the hide action as a bonus. This one. Where are you at? Where are you at, friend? Oh. Okay, I see you. Yeah, perfect. What is your passive perception, Yariko and Ren? What are?
Passive. Oh, 11.
11. Perfect. And
Solid.
Yariko? Well, you get just a moment's notice as a body steps out of this tent over here. Nicely enough, they have this giant arrow around them. You get a slight notice as this thing steps over here and jumps on this bird, and then the bird and the creature begin running towards you over here. That is less than half of his movement. So he used half his movement to jump on the bird, and then the big bird is going to come running over here towards you both. But he's controlling the mount right now, so he's just going to huck I think he used his javelin last time, so he's going to get close enough to use his scimitar on Yariko. 6 does not hit. What about mounted combat? I don't think he has advantage.
No, it is not.
I need to check the rules. I don't think he does. Mounted combat. Because you saw him, I'm going to say, if your mount is prone, no. Cool. So he does not have advantage. So he comes across and tries to rake across your shoulder with the scimitar and misses miserably. Sage, you hear there's more sound coming from the jungle. Although you don't know who's over there. I guess you probably hear the sounds of Valtor fighting these things back from over here.
Do I see Yariko?
Do you? He shouldn't be giving off light. I see that all of that is showing up on my screen. Are you giving off? Let me see. No, you shouldn't be able to. He should be in the dark for you.
Okay.
Can you see him?
I don't know. My screen's weird. But I can see 60 feet away.
Okay.
I don't know if he's more than 60 feet away.
He is more than 60 feet away.
Okay, yeah, no, I can't. I can see Zen. Okay. Guchamog, where'd you go? Like, and then I would turn to Lorelai and be like, are we going for the cat? Best friends stick together, right?
Honestly, don't go for the cat. Just stay here in camp. I don't know where he went, so it would be dangerous.
Well, those guys keep hitting us. And I'll, like, point out to the tree. Do we want to, like, tell them to stop? I can see it. There's, like, one more guy shooting at us, right?
Yeah. There's... No, there's actually none. Well, I mean, it's hard to see because they're dark until they shoot. But you haven't been shot this round except for the once, and Xanthar did kill that one, so...
I think I would just step forward a little bit, like towards Guchamog, but kind of like maybe 25, maybe like here-ish, so I can still see everyone.
Okay. Guchamog ran behind you to just... I'm not telling you what to do. Guchamog ran behind you to put fires out at the camp. He's over here.
That, and I think that I would hear like in that general direction, like I would assume that's where he went because that's where I think like Valtor went to help people, and I'd be like, okay, like I won't wander far and still wander like 20 feet.
I won't go far.
But I can't see anyone. Guchamog's too far to heal. I think that's going to... Actually, I would try to send a message to Valtor and be like, are you coming back, Catman? Because, like, I don't think they want us to go anywhere, and people keep hitting me with stuff and lighting things on fire, and, like, it's not because we're having a party.
The message keeps going, but, like, that's as much as you can get out. You just hear silence. There's no response to your message cantrip.
I would turn to Lorelai and be like, he's still not answering me.
It's so rude.
Grandmother said, like, if they don't answer when you call, you probably shouldn't keep calling them again, like over and over and over and over. But I thought she was lying until I tried to do that, and she got mad at me. So I'll have to wait to talk to them later.
Perfect. This one is going to run over here into this tent, and likewise take the hide action, which brings us back to Valtor, who we now realize is being devoured by these grub worms, mealworms, everything yucky over here. This Axebeak, on its turn, sees a big bird and is going to try to whack you with its beak. And it brings its heavy, like it's like a peck, but instead of it being a peck, it is like this big axe of a beak, and it brings it down, and it just clang hits the hardened bamboo structure of your shield as you kind of push it off. You don't absorb the whole blow. You're smart enough to like angle your shield, and it's a shearing blow off to the side.
Not this moment.
Nice. It will then do a little bit of moving, 5, 10, 15, 20, to get over here. Just as that's
Is that
between
out
squares.
of my
Sorry.
melee range?
No, I was between squares because I was technically
Okay.
grabbing the whole big circle around it.
That's why I was asking.
Thanks. This one is dead, so we'll get rid of it. So Lorelei, we circle full round back to you at the top of the round here.
Yeah, I'm not happy that Sage went further. So I'm just gonna step up to about here. And I'm just gonna call out, Sage, please come back. Not the direction we're trying to go. And I'm just gonna sit there and hold my action of throwing my flame if we see somebody. Like, especially if I see someone come out at Sage. That's the key.
All right. I'm trying to think of how to twist your words against you. If you see someone come out, so technically, okay, come out against Sage. It was very clever. Perfect. So you, on this side of the camp, we see our characters kind of seeing the spell flares go off in the distance. You guys can actually see the torches that are over here, like leading a sort of a stepwise over to this camp. It doesn't look all that different from camps that you have recently established and abandoned and broken down and stuff like that. And you see and hear the sounds of kind of like frenzied combat going on over there.
He's gonna as the large bird comes around and takes a shot at Yuriko. He's just gonna turn. Are you okay here? Do you need any help? Cat, fucking help! And I'm gonna take off running and give my action to the cat to attack.
Okay, nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And the cat is going to go around and try to come, like just sneak up behind and take an attack at the. Can I? I don't think I can use its skill sheet on roll 20. It doesn't look like. Do you want me to just roll separately?
Oh, interesting. I should have given you access to it. So if you
no, I do have the sheet, but I don't see anything clickable in terms of its attack. It's got the plus advantage, it's got the damage, but it doesn't look clickable. Is that a word?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it does. It does. So I'm gonna.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's the one that worked. Okay. It's definitely not as obvious on the NPC sheets.
Fair enough.
So that's definitely a comment for a later time. But it looks like the like on the standard 2014 sheet, everything is very obvious when it's clickable because it turns red. This one just like has a very subtle effect. So yeah, 13 is still a hit on this big Axebeak bird.
Okay.
For nice. Oof. Yeah, this bird. And describe to me how this cat looks when it's making these attacks. Does it leap for the throat? Does it just like scratch the leg?
So it's got these two kind of fluorescent wings that it just kind of like jumps up to kind of get higher behind the bird, and you just see like two scratches. One of them kind of glows. One of the paws is more glowing. The other one is just a talon looking claw as it comes across with like the two different types of attacks that hit.
Nice.
One the slash from one paw, and then the other a bit glowing and hits it with the radiant from the other.
Yeah, so we see
and then
this
kind of floats back down.
Yeah, it's this very dramatic, like, I don't know if you've seen all the people taking videos of themselves defeating creatures in the Breath of the Wild game. Where, like, you defeat the creature, then you turn around, you look at the camera, and it goes like this dramatic explosion behind you. The cat cuts this bird and like gently floats down, and the bird like goes to turn its head to finish the attack, and as it does, the cut that the cat like surgically made down the neck opens up. In this bright flash of light and this flash of red, as that was enough damage to down the rest of the bird. The big old goblin on top is going to make a dexterity save because his mount was defeated while he was on it. He's fine. He lands on his feet. And then as your cat, because your cat, again, is more intelligent than the standard run-of-the-mill familiar, you notice as you were running around this big bird, there is a hole in the ground here that was much less obviously, so much better job hidden than this big hole here. This one is almost like your cat would know this, and they can convey as much or as little as they want to you. This one looks like it was hidden poorly, so you didn't go looking for this one. Because this one is really well hidden, and this one is very, very obvious. So your cat recognizes this very, very small little pit next to you here.
Cat now sits down, like full layout, and just starts licking its paws. It's checked out. It's fine. And I think I had, that was my full movement. No, I had a bit more. I think I had 10 more. So, and that's my movement, and I gave him my action for dash, and I don't have a bonus action, so I will be done.
Perfect. Zenthar, seeing the flash of light come from that direction, will, and seeing that Sage is up there, will rejoin with Sage 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so he can be closer to you. And he turns around.
He loves him.
Yeah, and he's like, stay, don't get separated. We'd have to absolutely make sure that we are not separated. And then he will take the dodge action to make sure that he is. He'll hold his action to use his dash so that when you move, he can move with you. It's the only way you can use your reaction to move is to use the dash. So that's his turn. Rules lawyers can sue me. Technically, I think it is allowed, by the way. I'm just not sure. Cool.
It's your rules, your table.
Rules as intended. That's totally not my normal mantra, but we're going to go with it today. So, Phoenix, you hear the combat going on. You too see this flash of light as the cat brings down this bird way over here. So I'm just going to, I think I have something for that. I'm digging too deep. You see the flash of light. That's good enough.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like everyone else is handling it, so you're just gonna lay there still.
Just lay back down. Your tent has been taken down. Mr. Body has taken your tent.
No, he's just laying on the ground there.
Okay. Nice. There's a nice little torchlight here, but you're right, they are handling it. Gabo number 1 is not dead. They will rejoin their Gabo friends over here. Passive perception. Ren, you're heading the other way. Yariko, you would have seen behind the goblin that you're looking at, you would have seen a goblin dash off in the distance going this direction. But it's shadowy and it's dark, and it is just at the tail end of your dark vision. So it's quite difficult to see, but you see something dart off in the shadows way over there. Guchmag will see that Lorelei is alone and will come stand in between her and the scene. He's like, it looks like something That tent it's really bad. I think they might have gotten Mara. Anyway, stick together. Are we bringing everybody back, or are we following through?
I think we should just stay here. I don't think we should follow anyone into this jungle. I don't know how many there are.
I think that's a wise choice. I hope they listen to you. And he'll like turn his sword and like, lean on it as he's catching his breath. And he only now realizes like all the arrows that are stuck in him. And he takes out a smaller like knife and begins like prying out. And I'm not a field medic, so I don't know what you would do. I guess you wouldn't pull arrows out because that would cause you to bleed more. Yeah.
Cut them a little bit so that they don't twang.
Yeah, he cuts them off a little bit shorter so that they're, they're not like these giant hafting arrows sticking out of him. Yariko.
He will look down at the cat and be like, and be like, Ren, did you see what Mr. Cat did? And get really excited and come up to this goblin. You said it was bigger?
No, just the mask. The mask is bigger.
Okay.
Don't encourage him.
The cat looks at you very happily, like,
Oh, God.
preening in the attention.
Oh, God. All in the hole,
I will
please.
just take a swing with my mace.
Yeah. So as you knock the axe beak's blow to the side, as the cat finishes off the axe beak, you take out this mace. You bring it up underneath the goblin's big heavy mask, trying to get a hit for like upper torso. 13. It's just not enough. As it like you kind of hear like the it jumps back and it puts its hands on the mace as like a bonus little like, if I just pick up my feet, you'll push me, and it jumps out of the way. Very deftly.
With my bonus action, if it'll let me click over. There it goes. I will create no, not that one. Hold on. I'll just wave my hand out, and there's a little tiny mote of light that's going to dance around me.
Nice. So we will give you a little bit of emits light. Just making sure. Next time a target makes an attack roll against you, has disadvantage on the attack as it sparks and thunders. Oh, it doesn't actually give off light.
Technically, no.
Weird. Okay. It's like bonfire technically doesn't create light. Which I guess it could be burning something other than oxygen, and therefore would not create visible light. It would create a light in the different spectrum. Okay, cool.
Infrared.
Nerd.
Wow.
And they're holding this goblin is going to take the disengage action and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then take the dash action 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Dash bonus action as the goblins can do, and they will come back and they will hide out in this tent here. Cool. Sage, I think, is that beyond your view? Yeah, it is beyond your view, so you wouldn't have been able to see it. But you can probably start to see some of the people. Nope, they're too far too. Like it's just darkness.
Nope.
Oh yeah, you can. You can. You do see the aforementioned character coming through the back of the goblin camp here, carrying this heavy. Does it look heavy, Castro?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks like someone's running through the airport with a duffel bag.
Nice. Trying to make their connection. Love it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So do I see the cat?
Cat's too far away.
So you just see a human man running with a duffel bag.
That's correct.
I look over, kind of squinting, like, and turn to Lorelai and be like, I think there's maybe a man who doesn't have a home carrying a large bag coming here. And Grandma says if people come for refuge that you have to be nice to them unless they're mean to you first. And he might be from the jungle, I'm not sure. His hair looks like mine though. Kind of pretty. Should I say hi? I'm gonna say hi. Hi! Hi! I'm Sage. Have you seen our cat, man?
Yeah, so you do see this. I'll give you the full character description now. They appear to be one with the jungle, and not in like the spiritual way. They appear to literally be one with the jungle. Their hair goes from like these semi sort of like twists to full on dreads to like it's hard to tell where the hair stops and the vine starts. They're also wearing like a crown of moss. On their shoulder is a neat little what appears to first just be like a pendant or a brooch that they're wearing, and then it moves when she starts to wave to you. So does it, as it like as it looks very much to be wearing the same thing as her. The circlet that she has in her forehead, the gem then becomes this little thing as it crawls out of her hair. She again, when I say that she's one with the jungle, she looks like she is like made of and both like embracing the jungle.
Yeah, it's not hyperbole. I get
legit.
Yeah.
It's me in real life. Hi, have you seen our cat, man? And then I would turn to Lorelai and be like, well, he's not attacking us yet. Do you think he's joining the best friends team, or do you?
What are you saying?
Oh, I'm saying there's a very large man running out of his bag.
Lorelai's just gonna shake her head. She doesn't know what's going on anymore.
And then I would turn around and I would look at the tent that was on fire, and then would kind of look at the lady inside and be like, Phoenix, do you think she's dead? Like, do you need her body, or like, should we, like, is she like doing? Is that a friend?
FedEx, as she gestures to Lady Mirabelle, you see Lady Mirabelle poke her head out. Again, her undergarments on the clothing line in front of her. So in all of her aged beauty. Oh, I'm not dead, dear. Oh, look at you. You look so horrible. And Lady Mirabelle will like crawl over to you, but it as she's previously described as like a sphinx cat or a naked mole rat. It looks like the scene. I haven't seen the movie because I hate scary movies, but like where they crawl on the crab walk over to you, where they're like, what is it? Is that The Grudge? Maybe. I don't know.
I was thinking Old Lady in The Shining.
Yeah, maybe. Or like I think in the movie Legion. Where the old lady is so in any one of these creepy old movies, this lady, she's not creepy at all. She's just ugly and old. And she crawls over and she's leaning over you, Phoenix, all of her magnitude of being old and naked. She leans over you and she's like, where does it hurt, dear? She's like trying to reach for your arms or your legs and like where you look like you're, damaged. And she's doing her best to tend to you. I realize now, and also because you messaged me, I skipped you. So why don't you take this opportunity of Sage engaging you in roleplay so I can give you your turn back.
What did Sage say? I think she was just talking about how Grandma was dead.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still time to kill her.
Oh, you rascal, you. I see you haven't lost your spirit. and she'll like give you a kiss on the forehead, like, I see you haven't lost your spirit. Would you like? I have a bit of berries. As she pulls berries out of only God knows where, because she doesn't have pockets. She pulls berries out and she's like, would you like a little bit of sweets to get over your what's ailing you?
I don't even know where those came from, so no.
More for me. She's like as nonchalant about the combat as you are. Her tent has singe marks on it. There's a tear where a dinosaur put its head through, and she's just like, more for me. And she sits down next to you, and like puts her hand on your shoulder, and not like a she's taking care of you, just like a well, you're not alone right now. And she puts her hand on you, gently. It is very sweet.
Yeah, but he's just sitting there like, I wish I was alone.
All the more reason why the grandma is not going to leave you alone, because that's what grandmas are good for.
I wish Lady Maribel was my grandma.
Okay, cool. Going back around to these folks over here. They're going to... they're pretty much routed. They'll give it one more. They'll give it one more go. Cool. Lorelei, it is your turn.
Listening to Sage's ramblings, I am going to just step up right behind her, right next to her. And do I see now? I should have 60 foot of dark vision. Do I see this homeless man?
You see everything you normally see. I can't tell what you guys, because my screen has all of your visions stacked into one. Oh, why is yours only going out to 50?
I don't know.
My vision should be 60. Here we go. Let there be light. Now you can see a full 60.
Okay, well no, I still can't see him. Yeah, I'll just Sage, are you seeing things? Should I be worried?
Well, yeah, we just saw, some goblins attack our camp, and Phoenix died, and Guchima got hurt, and the Catman ran away, and we saw Lady Maribel with no clothes on, and now there's a man running at us with a giant bag, but, like, I'm pretty okay. Are you okay? Do you need some stress reliever? I heard that there's berry for that. I probably have a potion, actually. I know to start with.
I'm okay for now, thank you. And yeah, I'll just stand with Sage, trying to pretend I can protect her. That'll be my turn.
Yeah, I see you measuring, Castronal. Like, I wonder why I can't. I wonder if it's because it's giving 60 feet in a horizontal line. It's measuring both in the Y and the X, and not in the diagonal. Because if it did diagonal on a curve, diagonal would end up being like 95.
Interesting.
We always say Pythagoras dies when we play D&D, but he's already dead, so he just begroans D&D. So, all right.
Of the three people I can see with 60 feet of dark vision, how hurt do they look? Lorelei, Sage, and who is that?
Well,
Zenthar?
Lorelei looks odd. Lorelei, this new person who ran up into the scene, they look very green and sickly. I guess not sickly. They look very green. And
like, she's a pretty green.
She's a very pretty green. She is not a...
Yeah, it'd be more like looking for wounds and cuts, and obviously I think the arrows and Zenthar would be the most obvious thing, but it's more of a, as he's moving, he's scanning for injuries.
You're in total triage mode. You're like, okay, green tag, yellow tag, Walking Dead.
100%.
Yeah. Lorelei looks bad. Did you take arrow shots, Lorelei? It wasn't melee, right?
It wasn't melee. I think Sage healed me because it shows I have full HP.
Oh, interesting. Your character token I might need to fix then, because your character token says that you have 8 out of max.
Well, I remember getting hit. I do remember that. I just don't remember if Sage healed me or not.
Oh, you know what? I wonder if I do this. Nope. Still didn't work. Okay. Well, in that case, you see that Lorelai is the green skinned character has active like wounds. They appear to be like staunched. Either like magically they have ceased to bleed, but there are still large arrow shafts sticking out of them. Guchamog, the one in the back, he's a bit farther. He has active bleeding wounds. The rest of them appear to be okay. They've definitely been attacked, but appear to have recovered from their wounds.
I look perfect.
She does. She looks perfect.
Then I will. Okay, I'll move my normal 30 feet. I think that's it. And then make sure I can do this. I think I can.
I told you there's a man with a bag.
Let's do that. 30 feet. Okay. Math is hard. There we go. And he's gonna kind of like, as he runs, he looks like he's straining to run, and he kind of closes his eyes and he just pops 30 feet forward.
Oh,
like,
nice.
He disappears and just pops and reappears and makes no note of it whatsoever. And then as he opens his eyes, he's like right next to the three strangers.
Yeah.
And he immediately starts taking his bag across his shoulder and bandaging all of Lorelai.
Nice.
Like, just don't move. Just don't. And you can see him pulling out gauze and all these things, and he thinks he's kind of healing pretty normally in this case. Like, it's pretty standard procedure healing. So it is... Lorelai, what's your HP die? Is it D6? Are you a wizard?
No, I'm not the wizard.
Your HP die, it's hard to see on this. Man,
I can't see it. Oh,
that's
no.
not a win for me on this character sheet. So if you click into the gear in the hit points box, and then you go to hit dice, it'll tell you your hit dice up there.
Ah, it's a D8.
Okay. I am gonna heal it. Let's see how much. So you get 8 health.
Nice. So if you, now that I can't tell whether you were at full or are at full now, you are at full now. So to keep it significant, we'll say that you were at 8 because I can't figure out where you ended last session. I'm having a hard time with the character sheet today as is. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I went back and I didn't see any healing in this stat log.
Okay.
Okay, so then I probably was at 8, yeah.
So this scene plays out very odd for you folks. You see, finally, Lorelai, you see this man running through the jungle that Sage has been talking about. And then you hear a sort of like crackling in the air. And then I'm imagining your method of transportation takes you take the space of something that was already there. It's not like you're, when you walk, air moves around you. When you move like that, you separate air to give way so that you can be there, because the air has to be displaced. So there's a very, if not loud, at least a very definitive like clap of like as you appear into the space, and then immediately go to work. Because to you didn't teleport. You just I'm there. Yeah. And so you were ready. Your hands
eyes for a second. All of a sudden, I was closer. That's really
exactly. And you expecting to get there this turn. You're ready, gauze in hand, and like maybe a McGill clamp or something. You're like, okay, I'm gonna stick the gauze down in the wound and then take the arrow and pull the arrow out so that I can staunch the bleeding. And Lorelai like, there's just healthcare in a flurry, with no bills.
Let me get rid of one of my. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So that is bonus action, and movement. So I am done.
Nice. Perfect. Is there any visible reaction as we are now finally, our 2 camera angles from the Battle of Bastards have finally met, and you can see now this the character art we made for him is a bit probably a bit too haggard for what he is currently. We kind of did it thematically for the character origin. I may need to clean it up a bit. But you see this man coming out of the jungle, out of the dark, from the goblin camp. Is there any visible reaction for Lorelei?
Oh yeah, as soon as he like teleports right in front of her face, she is like just fully trying to pull back, and then he's like, nope, stand still, and she's like, okay. I imagine I just kind of look to Sage like, is this the guy?
Nice. Perfect. Zenthar squeals in delight. That's nice. Zenthar, seeing someone walk up, becomes very defensive. You look over, Ren, and he has like a very heavy hammer and a sword turned around backwards, so he's going to parry with the sword and like whack you with the hammer. And he sees that you're healing Lorelei, so he's at least like, for the moment, he holds off just long enough to say like, okay, we need to, is that bird with you?
You need to stop playing with the arrows and sit down.
Right. That bird. Is that bird with you?
What the bird? Feathers? He's over there. Yeah, it's fine. He's with the fucking cat. Just stop moving. You have 1,000 arrows in you and you keep breaking them. Just sit down.
And he'll kind of like look now looking down, he does have a few like slash marks in him. He looks a little bit like finally realizing that he's damaged. And he is going to kind of go like pale in the face as he's now taking in his like full appearance. Sage, as you're the closest one, and Ren, since both of you are like face to face there in the dark, it's a bit dark, but you both have dark vision, and Zenthar is very close. Can I get you guys to make a tell me your passive perception scores? You already told me once, Ren. I'm sorry.
Strong 11.
Strong 11.
Strong 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's different than a weak 11.
It's not strong. That's
I like it.
It's better than a weak 11. That's true. Yeah.
Where is that on this news sheet?
So on the news sheet, I believe on the right-hand column, it has
it's all the way on
passive
the
perception, investigation. It should be in senses. You should have some passives.
11.
11. Okay, is it a strong 11 or a weak 11 or like an average 11?
I'm like so positive.
There's no way you have an 11. I'm going to look at your sheet later and fix it because you have clearly screwed something up.
Let me see. So your wisdom
It's
score is
11.
12.
It says 11.
You made a druid with a 12 wisdom.
Perfect. Oh, I love
adore
this
you, Jess.
because we've revealed our character classes, but very
I know.
apropos for Ren.
I just adore
Ren
her.
doesn't know anything about you guys, which is perfect. I love this. Okay. So you two look at Zenthar. Zenthar being this dark, broody drow, in all dark, spidery, motifed armor and stuff like that. I need to find his description here. You notice he has holes coming out of like underneath his like the antecubital area of his arm, so like the inside of his elbow. There's a second hole coming out of the armor, and it's a little bit like there's something surging from that hole and like writhing back into the armor as if something had previously been stuck out of there and then has retreated in. And he looks at you and he's like, I need to lie down. And he will cut out of armor and go, or cut out of combat and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and get back into camp. And just go like sit down in camp. As he's like, you're right, I need to get back. And he will sit calmly in camp. The opposite of what you said.
God.
Why do my patients insist? Yeah. Against medical advice, patient is discharged against medical advice. Got it. Cool. Phoenix, Lady Mirabelle sitting over you, calmly holding your shoulder or your collarbone, like.
Yeah, he'll probably at this point get up and he's gonna head over to Mr. Body, as everyone's named him. Yeah, he's gonna start pulling out some medical supplies and start readjusting the bones in his, like, near his collarbone and his arm.
Yep. She will follow you over there. Oh, let me hold that for you. I can hold the splint, and then your friend can wrap you up, and it'll be okay. Don't worry. She's just trying to help you.
Yeah, Phoenix will kind of try to like shoo her off, like, I'm good.
Oh,
I've done
pish
this before.
pish posh, fiddle dee dee. She's like, let me help you. She's just trying to. She's very hapless, but she's trying to help you. Seeing that Mr. Body is taking good care of you, she will kind of like get out of the way and go. Now realize that she's taken off her petticoat. We'll go put on her petticoat. Is that what it's called? What's an undercoat called? Petticoat?
Petticoat sounds good.
Petticoat? Cool. Her undergarments. She'll put on her nightgown, her nightie. Seeing that they are not being assailed, Guchamog, who is the Black Dragonborn, who is very injured, will look at Ren and he's like, if I could just bother you for a second. And he's like leans up against this tree. He's like, I've taken a few shots. As he is like egregiously wounded here. This being the Black Dragonborn who's taken one too many arrows to the chest. He looks like Boromir.
I don't see him on my map.
Oh, no way.
Is he behind like a tree?
Let me see if I can. Oh, nice. Why can't I? Wonder if he's. You know what? Here, let me turn the foreground off. Nope, that didn't fix it. Canst thou see him now? On the other side of you, on the right.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So he was under. There's some lighting over there that I was getting in the way of. Cool. So yeah, he is. He's bleeding out of multiple sites. Many of the arrows have gone through, and he's like, he's trying to body himself up. But if combat is done, he's ready to be healed. And he will he'll end his turn there. Yariko. Oh, he stepped out. I wonder if he disconnected
Yeah, he
too.
popped out.
Okay.
Maybe a connection. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to assume.
We need to take a break. We're almost at 90 minutes.
Yeah, we've got 10 minutes till our 9:30 break. Why don't I try to reach out to him and we'll pop back in 5 if that's okay with you guys. Any objections? No?
Hmm?
Super. We'll jump back and let me go to pause and turn my mic off.
Yeah. Looking over and seeing him transport, I'll just kind of smile a little, as much as my beak face can. I will drop to a knee again next to the kitty and hold my hand out and let him jump up into my arms, and then move the rest of my movement over, going towards the tent, looking for a second, and then moving. Would my passive have seen that, or do I fall into it? Yeah. I love how tiny their legs are. Yeah, so when I get to the edge of this obvious one, I will take flight and soar over to this edge. And if possible, just do a little chirping as I get over there. Yes, it does. So when that damage hits, I will take a moment and use, I guess we never finished reflavoring it. I don't even think I can send it in there. Okay. I will do it from the backup one. Oh. Yeah. Oh, I guess we did do it. My bad.
I gotta unmute my mic. I've been muted this whole time. We're learning new character sheets. We're gonna have things that we have to learn here. Okay, so as it hits you, what does it look like for you? You don't have to be beholden to this text here because we can always change this. It's the first time you're using it.
It hits me, and then there's a pulse of energy that comes out for me directionally towards this, almost like the aspect of it hitting me is pushing back on itself. And in this moment, you must do that.
Yeah. So it fails. I believe that it does not pass your DC for that. I believe your DC is at
I have no idea.
14?
It's 8 plus efficiency plus whatever, so yeah, I'd be higher than that.
Your DC is 14 currently. It's up here at the top of the spells page. So if you go from combat to spells, it'll be right there at the top.
Okay.
So nice and easy there.
So I don't know if you consider that one unit or just that one that attacked me.
It's just the one that attacked, but it will affect the other two. So as you do this, so what we see, and I think Ren's too far. Sage is too far. Yeah, so you're kind of you're you know, Valtor is really close to you. We'll put Valtor on the map again. Cool. And so what we see is this goblin slashes out with their scimitar. You do take the force slashing of it. However, this creature is then blasted through the tent backwards into this creature. So roll your 2d8 force damage. So you're going to take 5 force damage. But then they're going to hit this goblin here. So they're each going to take half of this fall damage. They're each going to take half of 2. So he's going to take an additional 1. And that additional 1, he slumps to the ground next to his ally here, defeated. Let's see if I can scroll down. There we go. Yeah, so we see it's as if the bringing this scimitar down, he's hitting, you know, like an explosive of some kind. It just blows him backwards. There's no light. There's no there is no visible explosion. Something knocks him straight backwards into the goblin behind him. The other goblin takes 1, but because these two were on top of him, they cannot use their reaction to do their normal thing. They're going to make a dexterity saving throw to not fall to the ground prone. They both pass the dexterity saving throw, so they are still sitting atop each other. But this one is no more. The goblin boss will then use his whole action. The stack will move. The stack is technically in this spot right next to you, Malcolm. But I'm just having them do this for ease of use. The goblin boss will then try to hit you with the javelin. 21. Does that? I think that hits. So you take 4 piercing from that. And then the goblin on the bottom is going to use his reaction to hit you with the scimitar. For 10 is a miss. So you're familiar with this battle tactic. If you try to hit the bottom one, sometimes the stack will fall. But every time they're together, when one attacks, the others can use their reaction to hit. So they're very dangerous in their battle stance, their battle totem. Sage, I believe you hear the sound of like time or air being ripped as this creature is sent backwards through its own actions. But you just can't quite make out what's going on over here in the side. There's also a tent in the way, so it would be hard to see anyways. But you do hear the sounds of combat and magic being slung over there in the goblin camp.
And a strange man did pop up holding a bag.
Yes, and immediately upon popping up began healing Lorelei. Like,
do you remember the movie Elf when he was super delighted when he walked into the store and there's just Christmas everywhere? This is Sage when this strange bag just starts and she's like, what a performance! Oh my god. Amazing. I haven't seen that trick before. Where did you learn it? Do you know my grandmother? You look like you might be her age or were her age. We're not really sure. The winds killed her. So like, do you know her or do you just know of her or have you like always lived in the woods? Do you see a cat, man?
He's going to kind of look up at her, just kind of like tilt his head to the side a little bit, and then go back to wrapping.
She'll repeat herself in what do I know? Goblin. Wait, do I know goblin? I know dragon. In Draconish.
I'm a bit busy. How about you help?
Oh, okay. I love helping. I'm like the most helpful. What exactly sort of help do we need? Because usually Lorelei tells us the plan.
Well, this one looks half dead, and I'll point over to I guess it's the drow. Or no, it's the dragonborn.
Yep.
That one looks half dead, and I'll point at the drow who did walk away. And right over there, they're fighting. So pick. And he's just going to go back to tying off bandages and focusing on Lorelei.
see the fight though, right? Looking. Okay. Friends always stick together anyway. Lorelai told me to stay here, but I'll just go just a little bit ahead. You'll be fine. I don't think I'll move forward 25 so I can still see them. Will you? I'm gonna stick my sheet to see if I can see shit in front of me now.
Yeah, I wonder why. I need to work on all of your guys's, because you should have. There we go. Fixed. Now you can see better.
Oh, those people. Yeah, they already tried to kill us, so that was cool. I think I found the cat man, and I think he's dead, but not Parn dead. So I'll help, and then I will reach into my cloak, like ripping around, and I'll convert a spell slot to get a sorcery point back.
Okay.
And you'll see my hair kind of grow and like the tendrils like kind of reach out towards the group of people. Let's see how far I can go. Am I 30 feet from them though? I'm sorry. How far away are they?
Closest one is 40.
Then I will have to. No. You'll see my hair just growing, and I'm trying to see. Did I take 20 feet of movement forward, or just for 25? Do you remember?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You took 25 already.
30. So I can't get close enough to them. So you'll see my hair like start to growing and kind of like it just looks like wavy sticks in the air, and then I just like wiggle my hands like this and stuff. And I'll cast chill touch at the closest one.
Nice.
Did that work if I touch that?
Yeah, it does. So a 14 does hit. Go ahead and click the damage button on the bottom. In the chat. So in the chat log, if you click damage, it should. There we go. Oh, nice. It's just delayed. 8 damage. So as this goblin it gets smashed into in the front, it then this death claw reaches out from behind it, and it just kind of we see it go. He. It clutches its chest and ceases to breathe as it falls over. Zertot.
All feet forward. I'm still kind of close to my friends. Yeah, close enough. And I'll be like, I'm helping. You need to tell me this story as if you knew my grandmother, though. And then that's the end of my turn.
Excellent. Let me change this. I'll do it later. Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
Perfect. So as you end that goblin, you can see you're a bit far off, and the pit is 10 feet deep. But at the bottom of the pit, you somehow garner the knowledge that Valtor is again because he's on the map, so you can see him now.
Yeah, Valtor's dead, but not Farn dead.
It's true. It's dagger to the heart. Okay. As we keep going, Lorelai, you are healed up from this mysterious stranger, but it is your turn.
Thank you. Is there someone over there who needs our help?
It's just Feathers and the cat. They'll be fine. Where's the rest of your group? Are they okay?
Well,
This one's half dead.
Yeah. He takes a lot of hits. There's other people back in the camp that might need help as well. If you have more.
Can you get them and bring them here? It'd be a lot easier if I don't have to chase your friends around.
Yeah, about that. I can try. I'll head back into camp towards I'll head towards Zenthar. And if I see Phoenix, I'll try to find Phoenix, but I know they won't probably want to come. And that'll be my turn.
As you get closer, you notice something is very wrong in the camp. Like the smell of death is sharper than it was at the beginning of the watch. Remember there were some dinosaur dead bodies around here that Valtor dragged off and dumped up here in the dark. But just something is off. It smells like death in camp. But you were able to, work your way back over there.
Okay.
Ren.
Oh, that's me.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I normally announce it.
Oh, you're good. So Ren kneels down next to the clearly beat up Black Dragonborn and is kind of pulling things out of his med pack, so to speak, and is starting to dress wounds and kind of assess and take care of it, and starts to have yes, of course, you can do what you want. If you want to hit it. I'm not, I swear to God, I hate this. I don't care. And I'm going to let the cat have my attack action and swing at attack the little goblin at the bottom of the totem pole.
Sure.
Next to Yarko. So let's see if I can try that again. Maybe.
13. It's just not enough. As you're scratching at this thing, it's kind of like deftly moving. You've seen this. The cat has seen this before. You've seen it before. They just move so fluidly when they're stacked together, almost better than when they aren't stacked. It definitely moves aside. But as you're talking to the Black Dragonborn, he looks at you and he's like, "Not another one of you that hears voices. Keep it together. Who are you talking to?"
It's fine. It's whatever. And he's going to again apply a couple salves and some other things to him. And then when he's kind of done, he kind of picks his head up to pay attention elsewhere and doesn't realize that this like glow has covered the wounds that he's just wrapped.
Okay.
He's just not even focused on it. He's kind of looking around for like the next injured victim, and I'm going to roll. What's the easiest way to roll on here? I'm going to cheat. I'm going to do. You said he's really hurt, correct?
He's below half health. He's very beefy.
Okay.
You just looking at him, you recognize that he is like a seasoned veteran of combat. Not like these other ones that you're talking to. Like he may be simple, but he's a fighter.
Okay, I get to re-roll all of those because good God.
Wow.
The first roll was horrendous. So the first one was 3. So that's 18 healing.
Nice. And he you notice the medicine checks that you're giving him, the healing that you're doing, the poultices and you're sprinkling different ashes in that coagulate and congeal the blood. And as you're looking around and you're looking like who's my next patient or my next victim, or casualty, who's the next person I'm going to care for. That light that you've poured, the elements that you've poured into his wounds scab up, and he's like, "Oh, that feels pretty good. All right, you go take care of the injured ones back there. I'm gonna go collect the rest of them, and we'll have a talk about running off into the dark." Catman, where are you? As he's looking forward. Anything else in your turn, Ren?
I was gonna say with my movement, I'm gonna follow Lorelei to the less than behaving drow. So I will move there. And that'll be it.
Perfect.
That's bonus action, and movement. Okay.
You notice a lot of the same things that I mentioned to her as you cross into the camp. Death is just like wafting in the air. You've been in a lot of battlefields before. In fact, that night that you were flying over the lowlands and collecting the fallen there, that smell was drowned out by the smell of heavy tropical rain and like floodplains. This is like something was killed and like butchered here. It doesn't feel right to you. And like there's an unnatural I don't want to say like unnatural aggression towards it, but there's an unnatural like disgust. You feel a certain disgust in this area as you get closer to the camp.
As I get there, can I just like look around and see what is triggering that smell?
Yeah,
Do I know
so there's a blood trail. There's a blood trail that runs like this through camp, as somebody has dragged some kind of dead body off that direction. This tent has a big hole cut in it, and it was on fire, but the fire has been patched out. This tent has a cut in it, but you can see the old lady coming around the side of the tent like, oh, I should patch that up. But she takes out a needle and thread and begins patching up her own tent. There's some blood over on the ground over here because Phoenix was felled over here and then revived. None of it really out in the open. Sorry, these yellow boxes are cheap tents. I just didn't want to go download tents and put them on the map. So these are tents. Nothing out in the open really screams desecration, but something is wrong in the tent in the camp area.
Fair enough.
Cool. I'm gonna get rid of the Snapcane barrier. Cool. All right then, Zenthar. Having seen the scene here, he will now look at you all, and he will just like sit. He'll come up to Ren, and he's like, "Okay, where do you want me to go? Where do I treat my wounds or don't?"
Just sit.
Yeah, and he'll just.
I told you to sit.
Right. Don't need to take an attitude with me, and he'll sit down. He's not disagreeing. It's like a child when they realize that they've done something wrong and they're like, I was going to do it anyways. Like, he just sits down. Fine. And he'll actually sit on the log here. There's like somebody made these nice little log circle kind of marking the edge of your camp. And he'll sit on that searching and just like grumpily stare at the camp, kind of not taking his eyes off the kind of in this general tent area, that direction there. Phoenix. How long does it take Mr. Body to wrap you up?
I mean, it's a mix of both him working and Mr. Body. I mean, I imagine it'd take a while still since Phoenix only has one arm to work with.
This is where we find out that Phoenix has been disabled the entire time. That's not the case. Okay. Are you doing anything on your turn?
Nope, just working on healing himself. He's just kind of standing there smiling like
All right.
normal.
Sounds
You can
good.
heal yourself?
What was that, Sage?
You can heal yourself? It's like a...
Yeah. With the power of friendship or something. I don't know.
Oh my god, did you learn that from me?
Sure.
Ren, there's a marked difference between like Zenthar is cool and business. Guchamog is not cool but is business. Sage is neither cool nor business. Like she
That's
is
right. That's right.
Cool.
Nope.
cool, calm, cool, and
Nope.
collected. You're very
Nope.
excitable.
Eccentric.
It's a good one.
Exquisite.
Exquisite. You're a delight. Okay, these goblins, seeing
People like me.
seeing that they have been bested, this goblin is going to take the disengage action. And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then the dash bonus action 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Into the night. They're going to try to escape. Guchamog, being healed and bolstered and not wanting his party to split. We'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to get closer to Sage. Yariko, there's only the goblin boss left.
I will look directly at him. I will use my once per short rest violent plumage, because he can see me, to gain advantage on a charisma check to try and intimidate him.
Yeah.
Or not intimidate him. So, in Goblinese, if you move, you will die right here.
Nice. Yeah, roll your intimidation check. And it is in Goblin, so I will give you advantage because he's not. Oh, you already had advantage, but from the vibrant.
And you get a +2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the reaction from the cat.
Ooh, very cool. All right, 18. Yeah, this goblin looks at you.
The 2, so 20.
20. It looks at you, just gobsmacked, and it looks at its goblin tribe member over here who got away, and you just see the mask, and the mask starts to do it's just like shuddering. Like there's a small little fear shake tremor. That's the word I'm looking for. A tremor as the goblin boss. Ooh.
I accidentally did perception, not persuasion.
I did.
Yeah, I was just waiting for that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Reading hard.
Facts.
My mistake. Cool. That's fine. Your persuasion. You rolled well. You rolled a 12.
Total.
17 total is still just decent, so it's fine. Yeah, he's just shaking in his boots. On his turn, he looks at you, looks at the cat. He can hear the heavy footsteps of Guchamog. He sees all the dead around him. He sees his goblin friend escaping, and he's like shaking, and he's gonna make a mad dash for it into the woods. He's going to take the disengage action and the dash bonus action. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, as he's just like scrambling. He's like,
what's he saying?
He's saying, run for your life! Go to the Ant Queen! Go to the Ant Queen! As he's just like, runs off.
Donnie from Wild Thornberries.
Yeah, essentially. That's how all goblins in my mind speak. It's diminutive and pejorative, but that's how they are. So, come after me. What would that be? Would that be like the end? No, I'm not gonna. Whatever. I'm not gonna touch that topic with a 10-foot pole. Let's keep going. Cool. Not doing it. The goblin rushes off, and being the last two combatants, they will go to Sage because they're still on the map technically. So Sage, you notice the goblins take off in a dash, screaming into the night. Do you want to do anything on your turn?
Yeah. Wow. She's just yelling at Yariko. Your feathers are like so bright. It's amazing. Do you like eat a really shiny berry? Like, are you into jungle fruit or dragon fruit? Like, is that what made you so tough? Do you know this other bird lady that we met? She has like 5 other friends with her, and then they joined the friendship guild that we did. I think she's not in Best Friends Forever, but she's like an honorary member. She also wears really shiny armor.
He will intently listen to everything you're saying, like the head tilt as you're going. I like to eat whatever I can. Cooking is one of my favorite things. And I know, Thomas, you and I had talked briefly about that. Do I know Captain?
You do know Quetley Knox.
I know of one other like me, and yes, I do know them, and they have quite a few friends, as you say.
Wow, I too love cooking. Although grandmother says that it's not my strong suit, I beg to differ. I have jerky if you'd like some. Also, like that's so cool that you know her. I met her a few times. Um, Phoenix, I just yelled like Phoenix. I'm pretty sure that Valtor gave you his body because he's like dead in the hole.
I did volunteer it. Fair.
Phoenix, I'll even send a message so you can hear me. Like Phoenix, I found Valtor. His body is dead, and I think he is donating it to you. He's in a ditch. There's spikes.
Yeah, I mean, is Sage close enough that he can hear her?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's 120 feet, I think.
It's a very quiet
Right?
evening in the jungle, so there's no like rain, there's no and this goblin camp has disturbed the local wildlife, so it has kind of gone away. These goblins, as I think Ren and is it? Tell me how to say it in your opinion, Malcolm. Is it Yariko, Yariko, Yariko,
Just say yes.
Yariko.
Yariko? Okay, so Ren and Yariko would probably know, and I believe Lorelei, because you would have done your research on Cholt. Specifically the Batiri goblins, they're very dangerous in an ecosystem because they will feed anything to their like grub, to their like rotting maggots, and then that is the number one food source for their axe beaks. So they'll feed like people, other goblins. They'll feed their own dead to the maggots. They'll feed axe beak to the maggots because the maggots do a really good job of breaking it down. So it's not really cannibalism anymore because you're eating something that eat the thing. So they're very bad for an ecosystem. So all the animals just leave when the goblins set up a camp somewhere. So it's a very quiet evening. So yes, you can shout out and they can hear you just fine.
I also would have sent a message too. Like I would yell as I'm like yelling it in your brain, just to make sure you heard me.
Oh, he can hear you. He just doesn't care.
Yeah, you know she'll keep talking.
I'm sorry. Did you want it in stereo? Yell a couple times.
Yeah. I'll be like, okay, that is so cool, and I would keep rambling, and then I would walk the other way towards Lorelei. I think I can like go this many next to the dead people, I guess. While I'm yelling at Phoenix. And that's my turn.
Is anybody going to pursue the goblin, or are you going to allow them to run into the night?
Oh, I would
Lorelei?
never.
Ren?
No, Lorelei's just standing around.
The cat certainly doesn't care.
Zenthar won't. Phoenix, I'm assuming you haven't taken the initiative to start the fight. So do you want to start the fight now that they're fleeing?
Oh, yes, that sounds like a great time. No, I'm kidding. He doesn't care.
Perfect. Okay. That one gets off the map by dashing 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then taking bonus 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They're fast little suckers. Yariko. All right, Yariko. Anything else?
I will pick the cat back up and start walking back. And when I get over the area where I can look down and see Valtor's body, I'll just like take a moment walking by and look in, just trying to take in that moment. And then as I'm walking further in, like my head pops up. I'm not even paying attention to who I don't know is Gutamon, but the Dragonborn there. And just kind of, and I'm going to go looking for my bestie.
Nice. Yeah, so that you guys are able to reconvene here. Guchamog, once he sees that Lorelei goes back, he will walk to Sage and make sure that since she's the farthest out of all of his companions, that he makes sure she returns safely. But beyond that, the camp begin because the world is very quiet on the outside due to the presence of these goblins. You're left with a very quiet camp, able to kind of reconvene and reorient yourselves in the environment here. I think immediately Zenthar goes kind of cold, just like he was told to sit and he's grumpy that he was told to sit. Guchamog just makes sure that Lorelei and the rest of the camp are like, they're okay. He'll probably go and reestablish as much of the barrier as he can that you guys set. So I'll put that back up.
Well, and he mentioned that Mara, whatever, might be dead. Can I go take a look in there and see?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
How much do I was trying to heal? And then you said no. Is that the other? Do we have another person with us?
Yeah, so you have Jakob Press, who was the one who was shadowing Zenthar, staying very close to him for protection. And you have Mara Tenri, who was the one who got poisoned by the... man, I can't remember what he got poisoned by yesterday.
The weed.
Yeah,
The weed.
he got poisoned by the weed, by the devil's lettuce. And then he got poisoned by... I believe it was actually a form of strangler vine that had like a toxin that was
Yeah.
I don't have the actual plant name, but it's in the book. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you poke your head in, Lorelei, we hear the same like Kill Bill soundtrack. Wee boop, wee boop, as like the scene from the dock. The body that had been ripped in twain. It looked like they had taken, like somebody had put a needle in it and drawn blood out into sort of a spidery, like a spiderwebby sort of appearance across the skin. It was not just a kill; it was an execution, and one meant to instill fear. Or why don't you make a religion check for me? Since you're the one poking your head through the tent here. 14 is sufficient, because most know her name. The queen of the demon webs, Lolth. Lolth, the queen of the drow. This looks like, and you're now putting the pieces together, the scene from the dock was most likely in worship to Lolth, this evil fear and division and mutilation, perversion, everything that is just ungood. Her demon web realm lives so close to the abyss. I think in terms of lore, it might actually be in the abyss. I'm not sure if she owns one of the layers, but she is just chaotically horrible, and this is quintessentially identical to the bodies that were dismembered at the port before you all left. And you are so far. You poke your head in, and you gather all of this in like an instant. And what do we see as you're still with your head in, looking at this?
Yeah, you see me, like it takes me probably 30 seconds to pull my head back out, but when I do, I look green, like I'm gonna throw up.
It's not really fair, but
like a darker shade.
No. So my flowers that are coming off my head, they're like probably a little bit faster, kind of pinkish and maybe a little like gray, like when I'm exhausted, but at the same time I'm like sick. And so they're kind of coming off a little bit faster, and I turn around and I just say, I wouldn't look in there if I were you. And then I just wander off.
Do you close the tent behind you, or do we see a very small, like...
I would try to close the tent, but if it doesn't have anything to like hold it together, I would imagine it kind of goes a little bit.
Would I see it from where I am? I mean,
yeah, for sure. That's why I was asking if she closes it, but fabric that's been torn, the rest of it's still under tension, so it's still trying to open. You just see this nice perfect column with what can only be described as like a body horror, terrifier level of like dismemberment.
Yeah, Ren's gonna stand up from being next to Zenthar, stay, and he's gonna sprint over and kind of open the flap and immediately check the body for any signs of whatever, just any life, anything he can.
Yeah, so you tear the tent open and you see that like pieces of his body have been like opened, and like flail chest injuries, which are like really graphic military injuries.
Mhm.
Like someone has taken the skin off of like a strip of skin to expose a bone, and then they have broken the bone from the side, so it's off of the sternum. Like it looks like they have been experimented on. It is full body horror. It is full terror. This body, there is nothing short of like if you resurrected them, sorry, if you did revivify, they would be in excruciating pain from the dismemberment. You would have to give them a new body to help this person. And like their face is frozen in like the of like just horrified shock. It is awful.
He's gonna just kind of shove the tent flap closed and look around, just furious. Who did this? What is this? And he's just gonna look from person to person, everybody he can see, from the Dragonborn to the Drow to the green girl to the old lady to everyone, and just looks furiously intent.
Yeah.
Someone better talk.
Lorelai's not gonna turn. I'm not gonna turn around, but I will kind of just like over my shoulder say, "We don't know. We saw something like this before we left, but we don't know what it is."
She hasn't been gone long. What did this? Who did this?
Been fighting goblins. I don't know.
He'll look over and kind of grab the collar of the Dragonborn and kind of show him with an open flap.
Yeah, and he doesn't like mess around. He takes like the top of the tent, the crossbeam of the tent, and just pushes it over, exposing the whole scene. And this is when the waft of the scent of death kind of covers the rest of the camp, as like you're pulling the top off of a can of beans, and the beans is very effervescent after that. So he pushes his tent over and just fills the camp. You notice that the trail of blood here is not the source of this. The rest of you at this moment can see like the evisceration that's happened. And Guchmog's like, "It's not my style. I mean, look at me." And he holds up this like massive, oh my god, the anime character with the absolutely massive sword, like the 20 pound sword or whatever.
Yeah.
He has this massive sword. He's like,
Cloud.
yeah, he's
Cloud-esque,
like,
yeah.
sure, some level of too big of a bumper sword. And he's like, "It's not my style." And he points at the dismembered dragon, the dismembered dinosaur. There's a dinosaur that he cut into 3 pieces with a single like. He's like, "It wouldn't be like that for me. I don't. This is exactly what the guild was talking about back at Port Nyanzaru. There's some kind of killer going around."
Well, I know Lorelai didn't. Did Lorelai share what she discovered? If not, can I tell what's been done? Has any type of reference?
Yeah, I think you probably get an inkling about it. I think it's not difficult because it's very like you've now got a full view of what's going on, and with the tent off, you can see that it's not just his body. It's like they've made a spider web around him. They've painted it in a very spider web, like he's the centerpiece of a piece of art. Yeah, and it's very evident that this is, if you can't tell that it's Lolth right away, you can 100% tell that it is spider-esque. I think that your background you would know, even if you don't know how you know, I think you would know that it is Lolth-esque.
Okay. I do have religion proficiency.
Okay, good enough for me. Yeah.
If needed. I am proficient. He's gonna just take 2 steps over to Xanthar, lift him off his sitting position by the collar, and just stare at him. That looks a bit drow. Do you want to explain this?
I can't. I don't know. I don't remember doing anything. I was fighting the goblins. You saw me out there. And he kind of looks at Lorelei like asking for help. Like, and he turns to Sage. You saw me. I haven't even been in the camp. I don't remember doing anything to that person.
We told you the only people who were here was, well, this one, the lady. The rest of us were out fighting. We were
She's trying to lift her
ourselves.
legs up to get into her stockings. Oh, me? It can't be me. What happened? Oh, that's dreadful.
Yeah, Phoenix will come over to join the fun of poking a dead body. It's like, oh, more body parts. And you'll start, disassembling the body.
Yeah, the body is very grotesque, but there are pieces, like somebody's already opened the chest for you. You could take a rib bone, you could take a sternum. The organ meat is there. Some of the organ meat has been, ruined, but there's other organ meat that hasn't.
Oh yeah, lots of options. He'll figure it out. He's just gonna see what's all there.
Yeah.
You all saw this one fighting, not going in that tent, and he'll kind of like look from person to person and then back at the drow.
And he'll point at the drow. Xanthar will point at Valtor, and he's like, I had first watch, then it was Valtor, and then it was, and he'll point at Lorelei and Sage, and then the girls took over the third watch, and that's when we got attacked by the goblins, and that's when we discovered that this thing was that.
No, that's not Bob. He was a dragon. He's my friend.
Bob, no.
And none of you saw this one near that tent?
No, I didn't see anything.
I have no memory of being anywhere near that tent. I didn't set it up. I didn't do anything.
Why do you keep saying you have no memory?
Because I don't. I have no. I haven't been around that tent. And he's starting to get a little bit worked up, and you notice because you're holding him so closely, his skin is starting to get hairy. Yariko's playing with the cat. It's awesome. His skin is starting to get like stubbly, not fully like fur, but stubbly. These tiny little spindles, because you have him by like the collar and by like the neck, and you notice that there's like these small little fibers coming out of his neck. He's like, you have to believe me. I don't.
Feathers?
And his neck creens in an impossible way, and you just hear, yes.
Feathers, stop playing with the cat.
And he grabs your hand as you're holding him up. He grabs your hand, and then you notice a second hand coming out from like he has one bicep but two forearms, and that one goes to clam. Like you're holding him up, nice and firm, and he has one hand that grabs yours, and his other hand tries to reach for your face. And then he grabs your hand with both of his hands, and now he has forearms. He's like, you don't understand the games you play. This one is mine. Always has been. As his eyes, like he has his eyes open too far, and then you notice that there's 4 eyes, and he has 4 arms, and he's like, his neck is careening around impossibly far. You notice he's just like, it's body horror. He's like, his bones are cracking. He's reshaping into different forms. What are you all doing? As he's literally transforming in front of you.
Staring like this.
Feathers. And you can see Ren just keeps looking over while Yariko is playing with the cat.
The damned cat. It's distracting your ally.
I'll look up and see this and be like, now is the moment, and stand up and go, I would assume, to fight.
I would also want to like cover Barnes' eyes, like
Your little
I
friend. Don't look, Barn. This is bad.
yeah, because Venthar is our friend, so we're just staring, like I'm like, "Oh, baby."
Well,
Fennec will kind of look up and just be like, I knew he had mommy issues, as he's watching him transform.
man.
Yeah, Lorelai's gonna fall backwards, like literally falling backwards, and her flowers turn. I think it was pink. I can't remember right now. And they're just going. So she literally like lands in a little pile, and it just goes.
Bro, is that a drider?
Yeah, so you notice as it's not quite a drider, and it's approaching the form of a drider, but in a very perverse, wrong sort of way. Instead of it being like a spider thorax, and human like upper torso, he's mostly human, but his body is just like delaminating in ways that like he's turning into extra limbs, and he's just like spreading out into like a sort of transformation.
We're talking like the Lost in Space of the 90s when he turns into the weird spider creature.
I haven't seen it since it came out.
Now I want to.
I'm pretty sure it's Gary Oldman.
Dang, Gary Oldman, actor. I'll never hear that name without being able to say the commercial. Talking about athletes being in movies. I'm sorry, it gets me every time. Okay. Cool. Yeah, and he looks at you all and he's like, you hear the sort of like deep gravelly. It's not Zenthar's voice at all. It's not Zenthar's cool, calculated voice of like unfeelingness. It's vindictive. It drips with malice, and it's like, I've had my eyes on this one for far too long. You can't take him from me. As it like again, it's moving very aggressively to take out Zenthar's sword in one hand and Zenthar's hammer in another hand, Zenthar's bow in another hand. So it's like it's just arming up for this appears to be, I want to say like a fight, because it doesn't really appear to be a fight. It appears to be like just a disagreement. Anyway, tell me, what are you guys doing as this? He's literally transforming in front of you into this other creature.
I'm just slowly backing away while like calmly / aggressively calling for Yariko.
Yeah.
Like just like taking a step back and been like, feathers?
What on God's name
Not
is that, Malcolm?
sure this is good.
Is now the moment?
I need you to hit things again, please.
He'll just walk up super nonchalantly and pull out his mace and be ready.
Yeah. What about the rest of you? Phoenix, Sage. Sage, you're like all the way out. Have you gone back into the camp, or are you still working your way back there?
I'm just wandering forward while mumbling. But I wouldn't move forward at all for Zenthar, but I would try to talk to him specifically. I'd be like, Zen, like, where's my best friend with the shiny sword? Like, what? Who is this attached to? Do you need to see a healer? Like,
yeah,
you bring
and
someone with
you appeal to his more human side, his more drow side, and you like the head as you're kind of approaching away from his attention is focused on the camp and the people in the camp. His head snaps to the side in like a very unnatural like, if I can't do it, I'll throw the headphones off. But he snaps his head to the side and he's like, and then like head goes back to the front, and it just like throws weapons at you all, and it's going to take off into the Yariko, My mind is like it's either Yariko or Yariko. I have the hardest time being like Yariko, but I'll figure it out.
Doesn't matter.
I'll figure it out.
Whatever.
I swear. That's what you name your character. I will call it by its character name. It does attempt to like throw you off to the side with a couple of its arms, and then it attempts to run off in the jungle. If you want to, you can try to make an attack. But it's going to do its best to flee into the jungle.
I will let it run away. And then look at the group. And quickly ask, should we fight him?
No, we have to help him.
He just tortured this person.
He didn't.
Without waiting, I will use my channel divinity. I will trace my hand over the sigil on my chest and do a temporal rewind to bring him back to right in front of me.
Okay, yeah. So it attempts to run. It runs 30 feet down. I'm not going to measure it out, but it gets all the way down to here. And then you just like, you trace the eye on your armor or on your shield or somewhere. And the rest of you see, different from most magic, which causes people to teleport. This creature, like literally, it's doing the never takes its head off you. Its head doesn't move at all, but it moves backwards in perfect like asynchrony. And then all of a sudden it goes, as it comes running back towards you, and it ends right here. And then it looks at you all like, release me. And it goes to grab probably Lorelei and Yariko because you're right there next to it. As it goes to grapple you and try to like hold you in front of it as a shield as it tries to flee off into the woods.
At the same time, you hear Ren just scream out the word stop. And he doesn't realize it, but he's... Let's see.
Yeah. I'll get you a save here. Hold person. Oh, 15. Wisdom saving throw. Let me see. Oh, I don't have advantage on that. I thought I did as a fey creature, but I don't. Yeah, sorry. Oh, this isn't a charm effect, is it? Mm-hmm. It's just a magic effect. Okay, so we'll do wisdom saving throw. 16. Sorry, I meant to do that on the public roll. Let me see if I can pop my mini monitor in here and turn off the art. Cool. So 16. As like it locks up, and you notice that the Zenthar part of this, the drow part of him that is in the center, like freezes, and then the drider part, or rather the spider part that was under him, chitters away real quickly again. It tries to grab out at Lorelei and Yariko, but as that's the part of it that you froze, it just can't. It's like, Lorelei, you see this hand come directly at you like it's gonna grab you, and then it freezes like that, and in the most unnatural and like the disjointed way possible, the body doesn't move, but the legs skitter away up into the canopy, retreating into the woods. Would you like to? You did your channel divinity once. Would you like to do anything else, Yariko, as it's going away?
I pulled it back and nobody really attacked, so I'm just going to let it go. I'm the outsider in this group. I was
sure
just trying to give time.
Yeah, apt choice. As they F's off into the wild, taking an unexpected Zenthar with it, leaving you all in kind of a disarray of camp. A weird, like a very weird sort of multiple events happened at the same time. We revealed Zenthar's curse. We introduced 2 new people, and I'm not going to over-explain it. I'm just going to turn over the narrative to you guys to debrief in character and kind of introduce yourselves. That's my DM handling of like, I'm going to try not to intervene right now.
Does anyone care to explain what just happened? Feathers,
Yeah.
you just let him go?
Yeah, we're
Just
gonna.
Giving everyone a chance. I asked if we wanted to fight him.
No, we're
You
not
know I
fighting.
would have.
Always the diplomat.
Friends help
He's our
friends.
friend.
Do you see what your friend did? And he'll turn and point at the grotesque thing that Phoenix is playing with.
Yeah, Phoenix has taken most of it apart already. With
Yeah.
even just with one arm, he's taking apart a lot of it.
Listen, whatever that was, that wasn't our friend. That wasn't our friend. He's in trouble.
Womp womp.
Why did that not? Oh, there it is. Okay. That's my con save for the end of battle, by the way. I forgot to do it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good for remembering. I'm horrible at remembering details.
No, I'll get better at that with.
No worries.
Does anyone need any healing? I was gonna heal that. No, I'm quite glad I didn't. He'll look around between Yariko, Phoenix, Lorelei.
If you got any left over at the end, I am a little damaged.
Of course you are. And he'll walk over and just start applying some bandages, and again walk away with like barely paying any attention that he. Oh god, I get to roll that again. F that.
So,
Okay.
Zentar was taken over by an evil spider lady, but the man who lives in the woods with a bag came and saved us with a really shiny feathered friend. I don't think you told us your names. Do you go by them, or do you just use like healing spells to introduce yourself?
Healing. I'm not a cleric. He's the cleric. I'm just.
I don't know what you mean.
I don't heal. He's. Never mind. My name is Ren. We were asked
Like
to.
bird? Is that why you have a bird friend?
Oh god. Yes. We were asked to help any clearly wayward groups lost in the jungle. I was not expecting whatever that was, but yes, that's what we're here for. And he'll ignore her again. Is anyone else? And he'll walk back over to kind of check everyone.
You think I feel lost in a jungle? It's really sweet. No one's ever said anything that nice about me. Lorelei, how do we save Zentar?
At the moment of quiet, Lady Mirabelle walks up to Ren and is like, I feel a little bit ill. I'm not used to such grotesque violence and whatever that is. And it's cut to Phoenix like pulling out the intestines to see like how long it is. You're like, okay, can I measure this in lengths like a rope? Like, let's see, that's 7 lengths, 8 lengths. She's like, I'm not used to, I have a weak constitution. Do you have anything that could help that? A mint, maybe?
Ren's just looking back and forth between Phoenix and Lady Mirabelle and just kind of shaking his head. Just go in the tent, ma'am.
Oh, right.
Just go wait. And
good night then. And she takes off her pajamas again. And goes back in her tent and wake me in the morning.
I would have saved my rewind.
Are you okay? And he'll look straight at Phoenix and kind of just head tilt, look up and down. This clearly unhealthy person?
You mentally or physically?
Yes.
Oh yeah, for the most part he looks like shit actually, but I imagine like half of his body, like the upper half of like it's by his collarbone, and his right arm is all swollen. So he doesn't look great.
Okay. Do you know your character's hit die? What number it is?
Pretty sure it's just a D6.
Okay.
D6.
I'll roll that real quick. Somehow I can do this. I believe in me. That's a lot of ones these days. I'm not rolling. Okay.
Thank goodness for your feet.
Holy crap. Thank God. You 7 health.
Back at max health.
Okay. So he just kind of delicately walks around Phoenix with whatever and just kind of starts to apply some poultices and some wraps and some bandages, but seems to help. Is this everyone? Are we... And he'll look around again.
No, not everyone. Farn is dead, not dead, and we had.
Pretty sure he's dead.
Well, yeah, but we can, he's not. And then we had Wolfie, but he ran away, and Valtor is in the pit, and now Zenthar was taken over by Spider Lady.
So you are aware, both Ren and everybody else, possibly Ren a little bit more because you've been in the guild for longer, but there is an insurance policy, not to like make it fancy, it's a legit insurance policy with being on a guild mission. Getting back to Port Nyanzaru, they take part of the funds of every adventure and put it into a fund that they can either resurrect you, or they can, if you can't be resurrected, they give the money to settle any outstanding debts that you have to keep the guild in good standing with all other guilds and factions in the realms. So again, not that I'm like cueing you to remember that. I'm just letting you know I did tell the group that previously that every guild charter includes a section regarding that. So
I'm going to spend a minute or two kind of rearranging and kind of looking through my pack just to sort it out, which oddly enough will have another effect he's not aware of. But you can see him just kind of like sitting down crisscross and puts the pack in his lap, and he's just flipping through and reorganizing and moving stuff around.
Okay.
Oh God.
As you're all settling in, and like you can see Jakob comes out of his tent completely unaware that anything has happened because he's a heavy sleeper, and he comes over and he's like, "Oh, are there more of us then? Are we all to make our way to Port Nyanzaru?" He'll kind of come down and I guess I can get some of the food from last night and prep it if you'd all like me to. Boy, you all look like you've seen a ghost. This being like a very nerdy merchant, not a type of an outdoors adventurer. You notice he has shackles on his wrist that are not bound together. Both Ren and Yariko, you notice those. The rest of you know his background. But yeah, he's shackled but not shackled together. And he's just like, so, and like behind him, you see the sun starting to come up on the new day, as you guys are fully done with your night in the jungle here. He just kind of lingers. He's like, it looks tense. I'm gonna get some fresh water. Okay. Like, walk up here and check one of the rain catchers to see if he can siphon some water out of the rain catcher.
Ren stands up and looks around for any type of like fire pit or any type of
there's
general area.
There's a nice little a small little fire that's in the center of camp. I don't know why I can't click it. Here it is. Sorry. Change layer tokens. So there's a small little fire in the center of camp, and then again, as the sun comes up, you're able to see kind of clearly as the day progresses here, into dawn. As the night progresses into dawn.
Well, actually, to be clear, the fire would not be lit because I put it out.
Oh, thank you. So there's a fire circle, but upon being assailed by the goblins, Lorelei put it out so that they weren't easier to be hit from the dark.
Feathers, will you introduce yourself and then come help me with the food, please? The flour, we need to make something.
A huge wing waving. Who wants to meet me?
Absolutely no one.
Hi.
I'll see Sage. Oh, I already met you. Hello.
Hi. I forgot your name. I was distracted by your armor and your feathers. I'm really sorry.
And you'll
I'm
see
Sage.
him blush a little. My name is Yuriko Brightscreech. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Really? No one ever said that.
Well, I mean, this is a special moment that will never be had again.
Really? I didn't even think of it like that, but you're right. That's true. Nice to meet you. I'm Sage. This is Barn, as in born, and you see like
I'll stick out and probably just a finger for Barn and shake his hand.
Oh no, he's like this.
Oh.
He went.
And then I'll be like, Kitty, do you want to come over too? And see if I can get all of them over to play with me. Forget that I was talking to you because there were so many cute little things.
Is this your familiar? Or is this your friend? Your sidekick? Is this your best friend? Did you find him? Did you raise him? Or did you find him out in the wild?
This one isn't mine. It's his. And I'll point to Ren.
That cat
Do you
is
have
not
a cat?
my cat. Fucking rat with wings.
It has wings? It can fly. That is so cool. Barn
Give you
doesn't fly.
5
That's
gold
weird.
to kill it.
It looks very disapproving at Ren. It like stretches its wings out and kind of like flaps a little bit, folds its wings back, and then like very, very like erudite sits neatly on a log, and then like just being obnoxiously preening at like, oh, you don't like me? Look how clean I am. Like very
Ren's gonna on purpose move around as he starts the fire so his back is to the cat.
Yeah.
They're fighting right now. It happens a lot, but
and then he's gonna
each
start
other.
cooking.
I will turn to the green lady in front of me. What's your name?
Huh? I'm sorry, what?
My name is Yuriku. What is your name?
Oh, it's Lorelei Merrow. Lorelei Merrow.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah. It's a pleasure to
Are
meet
you
you as well.
okay?
No, I am not.
She's always like that.
What's wrong?
Well, we were just attacked by goblins, and one of my friends just turned into a giant spider and ran off into the woods. And another one of my compatriots is digging around in blood and guts.
Would you like to help me out?
Very
I
hard
can
to-
hand.
I would not.
So you're saying that this moment will probably never happen again. That's beautiful.
Oh God.
See,
Is
he
anyone
gets it.
hungry? Yeah.
Knees up, head in hands. Like, I am just a little ball right now. Flowers everywhere on the side of my face.
I actually feel bad for Lorelei. Like, this is the worst day of her life, and you're like, It's beautiful. It'll never happen again.
I meant that in a reassuring way, like it's never going to happen again. I will walk over, and as the food is being close to finished, I will ritually cast my spell as well to try and tie them together.
Nice.
Because we're cooking bros.
Facts.
Perfect.
It would only be a short rest at this point.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So anyone
Plus
hurt
one
can
on-
take a +3 plus a D8 on top of his and mine
Nice.
after your short rest, if you eat.
Well, Guchamog, I realize he's like the Dragon Slayer sword from Berserk. That's what I imagine his sword being.
Yeah, okay.
So I was trying to think of that this whole time. So he will come down, he will sit down, pulls up one of these logs from outside, and will come sit down right next to the fire. Well, Flowers, it seems like you made some new friends. You got Feathers and Ren, that's your name, right? Listen, we're going back to Port Nyanzaru. I got to get these newbies to cash in on their first contract, and then that's going to pretty much be the end of that. I imagine we're going to get old Body Bag back here revived. He gestures, and this is the first time Ren and Yariko that you notice there is a body wrapped in the the traditional funereal wrappings. There are red strands of red cord wrapped around it. It does have the religious emblems of oh my gosh, Ren, it's the same god that you've Ilmater. Sorry, I had an absolute aneurysm there. Ilmater. So it has the holy symbols of Ilmater wrapped around it. He's like, gotta get old Body Bag back here, revived up on the. They didn't have enough power over there at Fort Bellawaриan, so we're gonna go hope we can find someone a little bit closer to God, as they say down there in Port Nyanzaru. But we're fixing to get started. And he picks up some of the roast boar from last night that you've been cooking with, and we'll chow down on it, getting his healing from you folks.
I'll hand him a second plate. You look like shit. Here.
I feel like shit. Yeah. He's takes an arrow that's still sticking up out of his shoulder. Feel like shit. Throws it away.
Where are the hit dice to roll on the new sheet?
If you go to it's a good opportunity here to talk about the new character sheet that I'm not really totally convinced on yet. Go to hit points and click the title, click the gear next to hit points, and click the title hit dice inside the gear.
Dice.
And then I'm not sure how to roll them though.
I think I should roll a dice on the
Well, that's lousy.
on the screen, yeah.
It was a lot better.
Yeah.
Heal? No.
Think.
There's got to be a better way. I'm gonna have to watch some tutorials on this week and see if I can find out a better way to do that. I'll give a nope. Damage. Oh shoot, sorry. I'm gonna look it up. Oh, there's one other thing. Maybe if it's not in the sheets have both a condensed mode and a standard mode. If I go to the standard mode, I still don't see it. Do you, Malcolm? If I'm looking at your sheet.
Honestly, I like this version better.
The standard?
Yeah.
Huh. How weird. I don't know why they wouldn't make a friggin' hit dice button. They really do want you to roll it independently.
Yeah.
Oh, if you click the short rest. So here's where it is. If you click short rest, inside there you can click these actual, they have a little token. You know what?
Oh, yeah, I see them.
Sorry everybody. We're learning here as we go along.
I guess that makes sense since you have to be in the short rest to do it. Although there are some spells that you can do it outside of it.
Go back to here and let me go to.
Well, mine's outside of it. The healer feat when they're rolling.
Nice.
It's outside of it. Yeah.
So if I go.
So just gotta roll a dice.
Try to show it here. Oh, it won't work. Awesome. Well, forget it. We'll talk about it. I'll take a video and send it to you guys so you can see it a little bit easier. Okay. That being said, yeah, let me not put my fingers in the pudding. If you need me to cue you up on something, let me know. Otherwise, I really want you to have a moment to introduce, question, have a natural, organic introduction to each other, without my interjection interruption.
Ren's gonna walk over and hand a plate to Phoenix. Eat. I can't tell if you're hurt or not, but here.
Yeah, I mean, he's still smiling. Just casually, like, holding a heart or a kidney or something.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, thank you. And he's gonna, like an annoying younger sibling, gonna walk up to Lorelai, who I assume is trying to eat, and just hold the liver up in her face. It's like, ooh, look at it.
I know, Lorelai hasn't moved from her little pedal bed situation happening. She's got her knees pulled up, arms wrapped around them, head in knees.
Yeah, he's gonna just poke her with the heart then, or the liver, or whatever he stole.
Just curious, have we short rested? Was that a short rest? What? No.
For Ren and Yariko, no, not yet. So that it's only been about maybe 10 minutes since it all happened. The rest of them were in the tail end of a long rest when they got interrupted. So they were able to at least complete that. Good question.
I will go over and sit next to Lorelai. Do you want to talk about this, or would you rather me leave you alone?
I don't know.
He's going to keep asking until you talk about it, just so you know.
Okay.
He's just going to keep asking.
We could remove his vocal cords.
You could. It's very, very... I like this one.
I don't know what there is to talk about. I mean, you saw everything. You know what's happened.
We got here while you were fighting goblins and a bird. I'm not sure we know what happened. There was a tent with a tortured person and a half spider. Context would be nice. Just a bit of context.
We are on a mission to Fort Beloarian to deliver some missives. We're on our way back. Nobody wanted to take a boat, so here we are in the middle of a jungle being attacked by goblins, and apparently my friend is a freaking spider!
It's better.
I like that you can shed flowers. That's really cool. I've never seen that before. Can I keep one?
You can keep as many as you want.
I'll pick up one and page of my holy book. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
This was a beautiful moment.
It'll never happen again, right?
Maybe she can learn. This is cool.
Lady Mirabelle is as exasperated about this as you are, Lorelai, and she just puts her arm around you and she's like, "It's okay, love. It's okay."
Does she have clothes on yet?
Nope. Ren's gonna turn and chuck a bone over at the cat on the log. Let me see if I hit. Hold on. I don't have a very high dexterity. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Bing. You bean the cat.
Mm-hmm. Do something useful, please. And the cat kind of like gives him a dirty look and then walks over and sits next to Lorelei and just starts like leaning up against her. And puts a hand on her and suddenly she feels a little bit better. Or a paw, I guess I should say.
I mean, other than the heart being poked at her, I'm sure she feels better.
Yeah.
This is Kitty. He's
This
quite
is a
fun.
fresh heart. Are you hitting me in the head with it, like, or are you like shoulder? Where are you?
He's not like
me with
hitting.
this
He's just
heart?
like, he's just poking you, like in a, you know, like when your sibling like has a spider, it's like, ew, it's so yucky, and they like get it really close to you. He's just doing that with a heart.
Drax.
How distracted are you by the cat?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm distracted by everything. I am overwhelmed AF.
Yeah, the cat's just kind of walking around you, semi-purr, just interested. Ren's paying no attention to it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, there's like 37 different colors happening, coming out of her hair. Like it's Wildflower City. Like, yeah.
Sage, what are you doing during all this?
I think that actually I would be mumbling to myself, maybe like drawing on the ground with a barn running around, and I would be mumbling to myself about how are we going to save our friend, and just pretending that I'm making a plan. I have no idea what that means, but he told me to help him.
So first we'll do stuff, and then we'll do things. And then once we get...
Here, and then you see there's a spider, and there's like an X around it, and then like a smiley face, and then a circle with a check mark.
In Barn is like...
pointing, and he's like,
Point of order, can we see quote-unquote Mr. Body, and what the fuck is that?
It's a really good question. You can see Mr. Body. Nobody else seems to pay attention to what Mr. Body is.
Well, I didn't know if he was still in a tent, because
Yeah. So he's they took their tent down nice and early. Let me see if I can put Mr. Body up there for you.
I mean, he's probably following Phoenix around, especially now that Phoenix only has one arm he can use.
Mr. Body is wearing what you would definitely recognize as medical gauze, like wrapped around very tightly around their body. They appear to be emaciated. Like there's a very sharp intake of the body beneath their ribs where their stomach would be. They're wearing this very heavy, not just in color, but also in like weight, heavy black coat. And they're wearing gloves that go up all the way, and then the wrapping comes down around the glove. Their body, there is no exposed skin on Mr. Body at all.
Am I the only one seeing this? That's normal? Fine, whatever. Fuck.
I'll just be like drawing, be like, that's Mr. Body. That's Phoenix's friend. And I think that he made him to carry around his stuff.
That's a servant. Fine.
No, it's his friend. Mr.
Friend.
Body.
Okay, all right.
You've walked into quite a scenario here, Ren.
Just goes back to his pot of cooking, just mumbling to himself.
I love your character's like palpable frustration.
I will get up and look to Phoenix. I haven't met you yet. Would you like to show me where you got that from?
I got what from? This heart?
That's what I'm talking about, yes.
Oh, I got from the body over there.
Would you care to show me more?
I mean, I could. Are you still poking Lorelei with the heart?
Will you show me? What does that
Fine.
connect to? And I'll point to one of the valves.
I don't know this, but Fennec would know it. So he starts like yabbering on.
And what does this one connect to? Pointing to like a random organ that's in there.
This at the moment it connects to nothing because it's been ripped to shreds.
Would you like to teach me more about this? This seems interesting. I've never looked at one like this before.
Well, this one's a little destroyed. It's not the best subject I've had. It works.
I'll lean in kind of close. I'll help you create another one. We just can't let him heal. Pointing towards Red.
Well, I've been told that there's another body we can use. I just don't know where it is at the moment.
You want to go look for it with me?
You probably just ask Sage where it is. I don't feel like wandering around, getting lost.
Like, he'll think for a second and then find Sage once he remembers which one that was. Will you tell me where the other body is?
Mr. Body's right next to you.
The cat.
No. The cat body.
The catman?
I'll
He's
look back
in
to
the pit
Phoenix
over with the
for
goblins.
clarification.
He's in the pit over in the goblins that you were fighting, but he's finished his. He already said so.
Great. You know, Sage, I really do admire you. You know, it would be very helpful if you could go get that body out for me. Please. It's what best friends would do.
Just go show them where it is. No,
And
I'm
dig it
not
out,
going.
please.
You're going. Just go. And then he goes back to his... and you see the cat kind of stand up and start to wander.
If you go in the pit, you'll probably get ate by those.
See, this is why I want you to go in the pit.
How deep is the pit?
10 feet. 10 feet.
10, how wide is it?
About 5 feet wide. In radius, so 10 feet across.
Oh. Would my wings be able to fit in?
Yeah, it's got like all of the spikes point downwards to trap things inside of it. So like if something went down, it'd have a harder time coming out. But if you're very careful and you're knowledgeable about its like presence, it's not meant to be impossible to get out of. Well, yes, you could descend into it and come out of it because you're aware of it. If you fell into it and then got hurt, it'd be very hard to get out.
Knowing where that's at, would I have time to take off my armor, use my flight speed to grab the body?
Yeah, absolutely.
Come back up?
Absolutely. I think that like, so what we would all see is as Yariko like grabs the front of his plate and lifts it up over his head, there's a much smaller set of armor underneath. It's bamboo armor and it's like plate mail, or chainmail, but it's in like 3 layers, right? So he takes off the outer layer and puts it on his back. So now it's more like a pack. It sits between his wings, and he looks much more like limber with this armor, but it's a lot thinner, so you can see that it is it's not as protective. But yeah, you're able to like spread your wings. It feels great to get your wings out there in the open, unlike it hindered by your armor now. So you're able to have a much wider wingspan now. Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll probably spend a minute or two just flying around more, just like you said, stretching out, letting my muscles kind of go, and probably showing off a little too.
Yeah. Do me a favor. How high do you fly? Do you get above the tree canopy?
How far is the canopy from the bottom?
Ooh, this is where my tree knowledge is lacking.
Are we talking like full jungle where it's probably like different layers all kind of connected together?
I'm going to try to do research on typical trees in the Everglades. I'm a horrible estimator. I just can't do it. So I'm just going to look up Everglades trees and then find their average height, and I'm going to tell you about that. I imagined you being in the full jungle because you didn't go with the water route of the trip. You went with the uplands of the trip. So I imagined you being in like full tree cover. Let's say maybe 100 feet to the top. Like they're not super mature.
Cypress.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd probably go 40 to 60 feet up.
Okay.
If there was a...
Oh, geez. Yeah. Sorry. Cypress and hammocks trees are about 50 to 80 feet tall. So, yeah, somewhere around there.
If there was a complete opening out into the sky, I probably would show off and try and zoom up and come back down.
Okay. Yeah. So there is an opening to the sky. You can get up there. What you notice while you are up there is that just southeast of you, maybe 30 or 40 miles, there is a patch of forest or trees that is completely covered in snow and ice. And it is a small little section of the forest that is just, it looks like it's from Neverwinter. It looks like it's from the spine of the world. It looks like, because I think that's part of, not far from where your background is. So you would know what like frozen trees and stuff like that, because like these trees in Chult have never frozen. But 30 or 40 miles southeast of you, there is a completely frozen group of trees. That's it.
Okay. I will take note of that and then fly down and pull the body of Valtor out.
Yeah. It's covered in maggots. And that has a very...
I'll try and shake it with, my... trying to get it off.
Flip.
Trying to get the maggots off.
You're just like... I imagine that you fly up and just drop it. It's already dead, right? Like that should get the maggots off of it. So fly up and drop it. Anyway, yeah, you managed to bring Valtor's deceased body back to camp. Put it right next to the deceased body of poor Mara Tenri.
And then I will set it down. I will turn towards Phoenix. 1 cat for you, as requested. And then I'll turn to the rest of the group. This is a jungle, right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
So it's weird that I could see some trees that were covered in snow.
What? You probably were seeing some type of sun glint off of shining trees. No snow in here.
I know
I mean,
what I
I'm just
saw.
gonna say, whatever you were smoking, I want some of it.
You know I see things better than you do.
Sure, but I don't see snow in a jungle.
That's why it was so weird, and I'm telling people.
Can I have the cat go from pit to pit and just kind of look in?
Absolutely. Yeah, there's
I mean, if it dies, fine, but without dying.
No, unfortunately for you, the cat does not die going pit to pit. But yeah, it can jump in. It finds in various state of decay a number of different wild animals, probably 2 or 3 humanoids, like throughout all of the different pits. I think probably one of them would be goblinoid, and one of them would probably be it's too deteriorated to tell, but it's a little bit larger, more like human size or half elf size. The bones are too robust to be true elven, so something like that. Not quite thick enough to be like a half orc or an orc, so it's something around there, like just human-ish size. I think you could probably find inorganic material, because that doesn't get broken down as easily. And the goblins weren't about, like, they're not mining for gold, so that's not really, they don't take any interest in that. let me do some math over the week and see what kind of like how much coinage you can find, because I think it's reasonable that there'd be coinage dropped in those pits too.
I'd probably have her wander in the little goblin tents and makeshift homes as well, just wandering around.
Perfect. I'm going to send myself a note because I'm notoriously forgetful. The note says, I loot the camp. Got it. I'll take D&D tropes for 200.
Sage,
and then we'll meet in the tavern.
It's normal that there would be snow in the jungle?
No, Feathers, it's not normal there's snow in the jungle. So if you saw it, it's not normal. Or you just saw something, a trick of the sun or something. I don't. But no.
No, the sun doesn't work like that. But it would be normal if someone turned it into winter. But I haven't heard. Grandmother told me once about a story about this creature who could turn things into ice with different spells. And there are animals that prefer winter, so maybe they're staying here now.
Lady Mirabelle, who is... Go ahead.
Well, I think Phoenix is being mean to me, and I don't really know why. Because Phoenix told me to go into a pit and I try to hurt you. Going. I thought maybe he was joking, but he's not. He's just serious voice. I thought we were friends.
Lady Mirabelle is who is again still comforting Lorelei, is like, oh, it could be those frost giants that sunk my boat. Waylaid my nephew. I was coming down here with him to get to Port Nyanzaru. It's possible it could be the frost giants. I don't know. They don't typically bring the snow with them, though, so maybe not.
Do we want to go towards it or away from it?
We need to get back to Port Nyanzaru, so we need to go away from it for now.
I don't want to go towards it at all.
Was it the direction that I know Port Nyanzaru to be in?
No, it was the southeastward direction. So let me drop down to the map here. We'll look at this together for a second. So here is the very, very, very large map of Port Nyan, of Chult. Pardon while it loads up all of these ridiculous tokens to cover the hex crawl. So you know Port Nyanzaru to be... you've made 1 day's travel so far, and you went inland, so we'll go up to this square. So you know Port Nyanzaru to be 1, 2, 3, 4, river crossing 5, 6 days, roughly 6, maybe 6.5 days of travel to the southwest. I can't do another measuring tool, so you know that the... Oh man, not that. Get out of here. Doop, doop. You know that the somewhere in this area was the frozen forest. So 2 totally distinct areas, very far from each other. But is that clear as mud?
I think we should go back to the port. Our job was to keep adventurers alive, not take them somewhere to get them killed.
Guchmog is like, the Black Dragonborn is like, oh, so you're a sponsor too. Yeah, I was supposed to keep these guys from dying, but
haven't done a very good job.
I know. He points at Parn in the body bag and he's like,
oh god.
And the cat man, I mean, technically he wasn't ever part of my party to take care of, so I kind of don't have any responsibility towards him.
So the 3 corpses aren't your problem.
One of them is. One of them's definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, and the spider dude that ran away is kind of my problem too. But
4th problem.
he's not dead. He's just, you know.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Listen, it's difficult. It's difficult being a bodyguard for adventurers.
Yeah.
I honestly probably should let you guys get on with your thing. I really need to go tackle Firefinger. I've been told it's pretty urgent. Something about terror folk scaring people up the Styriiki. Listen, when we get back to the port, I'm gonna have to go do my thing. It's been a pleasure working with you guys, but I just need to, money's money. Should we get walking? We haven't, been sitting around all morning and haven't done anything.
Fine. Then Ren will stand up and start like kicking dirt into the fire and kind of packing up the rest of the meal, kind of start storing it away in his pack and sorting himself out and standing up.
Guchmog kind of looks around the camp, like.
So there's your leading. Let's go.
Start walking ahead and then turn around to make sure everyone else is following.
So we're doing this. We're staying together then. Oh, that's good. That's good. All right.
God.
He picks up Parn's dead body. He's like, okay, I'll bring up the back, and all the squishies can stay in the middle.
Oh, can I search Valtor's body for anything?
Yeah, Valtor has whatever Valtor had.
Yeah. Oh, I'm really just looking for the gold.
Yeah, you can have Valtor's gold. This is gonna be my this is how we're gonna sandbag all of our shopping. Okay, I'd like to make a character who has 100. No, he's not gonna take the starting equipment. He's just gonna get the starting wealth, and then we're gonna kill him in one episode, and then we're gonna take his money. Like it's a Dark Souls game.
Did all that for 15 gold.
It's a side hustle.
Exactly. We'll take turns introducing new characters so we can kill them and get their loot. Cool.
Does anyone want or need a rapier?
Darn does.
Little barn.
Please.
Well, cool.
He doesn't know later. He thinks it's a tooth.
With that, we'll start next session. As we kind of come to the end here of today's. Whoops, click the button too soon. As we kind of come to the end of today's, we're 20 minutes over, but we're making time. It's fine. We'll kind of start next session as we get moving back on. Ridiculously, day 2 of traveling to Port Nyanzaru from Fort Belawarian. I know it's been a harrowing thing, but we'll get there, and then we'll maybe spend more time getting to know the dynamics between you guys in a more natural environment instead of just like throwing you at each other, having you introduce. So thank you. I'm going to go ahead and end that.